You are about to witness the greatest season of passing offense ever seen in college football. After leading ULM to a national title in his sophomore season and just falling short of another one in his junior year, quarterback Kiki McCracken is shooting to surpass 20,000 career passing yards this season, as he's barely been short of the single season college football passing record the last 2 seasons, and is looking to break it this year and take home another national title despite losing his 3 favorite receiving targets to the NFL draft. I have once again built the hardest schedule in college football for this ULM team, and we'll see if the Warhawks can overcome it to return to the national title. This season will be the last year of this dynasty no matter what happens, so hopefully we can go out on a high note. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We're starting it out against the #1 team in the country, and on third down, we are going to start it out with a stopped defensive line already balling out with a couple of tackles for loss, and Kurt Wishnowski debuting as our #1 receiver. This is a team that honestly lost a lot of talent from last year, so the running game and Keegan McLaughlin are definitely going to be much more of a factor. There is always a part of me that just wants to hook it around with Kiki McCracken, and that's what we're going to do here on third down. Wishnowski's first big catch of the season. Nice job to go down and secure that. This offense might not have the same firepower this year, but we're still going to be scoring touchdowns on most of our drives, and McLaughlin should have one here. Oh, we got to outrun that last guy. We are going to have a 3rd and goal and trying to go jet touch pass with Ellington. He's not quite able to get in, and we're obviously going to go for this. I think we just go fullback dive here, and we will get in. You see all the stars on our offensive line. Pretty much all of these guys are either high 80s or 90s, so for that first drive, we were just kind of feeling it out. We'll probably let loose a little more on this next one. Defense has certainly looked good so far, and guess what? Damon Tobias is going to get his first sack of the season right here. The man is going to be a threat for the Heisman again. That kid is still only a junior, man. One thing that's going to be important is developing a deep threat at wide receiver, and right now we're getting it out to this dude Silvera. The freshman is going to break a tackle and break another one, man. He's off to the races. Okay, this guy might be a dude for real. And I do want to get the running game going today. Not something we really tried to do at all last season, but I want to be more of a running team this year, and this time McLaughlin just has beautiful blocking, easy crib call. 14-0 lead on this opposing #1 team in the country. And offense has looked clean so far, which is good to see. Defense has been balling out, but will get gashed for a big run play here. We know that that's been a vulnerability of this defense in the past, but nothing doing on first down. Clemson might be able to sneak in a run every once in a while, but they're going to have to be able to pass it to win it. This one might be damn near over if we get a stop here. And McChesney trying to bait that up. I thought the Clemson quarterback dotted us, but it sails. And I do think I want to try and see if we can get a deep shot here. McCracken trying to step up and get it to the tight end, but he can't quite do it. Pocket presence was far from perfect there, but on third down, we got easy cash to Keegan McLaughlin, who looks a little bit quicker this year. We're going to try out some 5 wide here, and Kiki McCracken will get it out to Silvera. Man, this guy Silvera is legit. He looks like he might just be the next Caleb Gurley. And we're going play action here. I really don't like this play, but Kiki McCracken gonna try to make something happen and throws up a prayer that luckily gets caught. That could have been bad. We know Kiki McCracken's not the most careful quarterback in the world, but goddamn if the boy can't make plays. Rumbling for the first down and swerving a guy out. And on first down, we're going back to the air. I'm looking for Wishnowski coming over the middle, and we've got it. #9 getting his first touchdown of the year. Only problem, Kiki McCracken already getting dinged up in our first game. We're gonna have to lean on McLaughlin a little bit more down the stretch, as Clemson go into the air here, and their quarterback will throw it right to Frank Short, or Felix Short. I don't know why I always call him Frank. That boy Felix is gonna take it to the crib. He has a couple of pick sixes in his career, and we are blowing the doors off the Tigers. They're finally threatening to score before half, but we'll just settle for a field goal for whatever reason. I was kind of hoping they'd throw it. I want to get our boy McChesney a pick. We are gonna get a kick to start the second half, and McLaughlin actually gonna have some good blocking here. McLaughlin will take it out to the 40. He might be a nice little returner for us, man. Kiki McCracken hurt. He's gonna have to do some heavy lifting for the rest of this game for sure. So far, the running lanes for him have been good, but not great. Right when I say that, a perfect one opens up the middle. I want to be able to throw it, but Kiki McCracken is just so dinged up. We are gonna go to the RPO here, and man, this guy Silvera accelerates quick as hell. He might be the best receiver on this team. Gonna try to get McLaughlin a touchdown here, and we'll just dump it off. Easy money as our dudes just blocked perfectly. McLaughlin having a nice little game. It honestly seems like they're just trying to get out of here, and I would too if I had Damon Tobias rushing after me. Quarterback's actually gonna get out of it though, and this will give McChesney the chance to fly in for the sack. Okay, Cole McChesney still rocking that yellow makeup under his eyes. Our offense lost a step, but our defense might be even better than last year. Clemson able to get us to a 4th and 12, but Kiki McCracken might be hurt. He's still got dots. Russ Hutton getting off to a nice start this season. So we get out of there with a very easy win against the #1 team. We should be #1 after this for sure. Kiki McCracken played fine, didn't make any crazy throws, throws, but no picks. That's what we want to see from him. Honestly, the stats on offense were not that crazy all around. McLaughlin is good. I just don't know if he's got the Heisman juice. Pleasant surprise was Silvera, man. I think that dude is going to be a beast for sure. And yeah, we rightly are indeed number 1 after that, jumping up from 8. Interestingly, nobody on the Heisman watch. That kind of surprises me. For week 2, we are headed to a hostile environment, taking on Pitt, but Kiki McCracken starting it off, dumping off the drag to Ellington, and Ellington is going to turn this into a big gain. Great downfield blocking from the boys. And O is off to a hot start here. Motomo rumbling for a 6-yard gain, and now we got to punch this thing in. We'll go back to Ellington on the curl for some easy money, and I'm going to try to hit Wisnowski on the jet touch pass here. This one's looking a little bit dangerous, but Wisnowski is so fast, man. He gets around the edge and dives in. We're off to a great start here, as Pitt trying to go with a little trickeration on offense. We're all over that. And on 2nd and 13, I do not know what this quarterback is doing. That'll be an easy sack. So 3rd and 20, let's get it. Pitt's just going with 4 verts, and once again we get the sack. So Pitt will punt it away to McLaughlin, and this is actually beautifully blocked. McLaughlin might have something here, and zigzagging around will get out to the 50. We're gonna get it back to Eric Ellington, who is really coming out strong in this game, but unfortunately he's gonna be short. We got a little 4th and inches. Gotta find a way to pick this up, and it looks like straight man coverage. Our slant does not get open, and I'm trying to step up with Kiki McCracken. How did we not get away from that defensive lineman? So offense blows it on the first drive, but defense continuing to get tackles for loss. And this quarterback's pocket presence is actually disgusting. Rolls right into pressure, and we force the fumble. Damon Tobias will scoop it up, but cannot quite crib it. Our D tackle, Gene Gardaki, man, having a great game. Offense is right back on the field. I'm trying to get the run game going here, but despite our offensive line being nice, we've had a little bit of trouble doing that. The pass game is honestly just so much more efficient and so much more consistent, and Ellington is having himself a damn game. I think to a large extent this is going to be a hot hand type of offense, and we're going to go to Ellington again here. He has to win a one-on-one matchup, and he does. This dude is so good. On 1st and goal, I'm going to get a little bit cute with a play action, and ooh man, I thought our fullback was triangle. I accidentally roll out, but we get it into him anyway. Easy cash. So we get out to a quick 14-0 lead. So far Pitt has done absolutely nothing on offense. They're looking to change that here. I'm still just waiting on that first pick for Cole McChesney, but Pitt just continuing to run it for whatever reason. Gotta stay patient here, but on this play, number 29 is gonna break out of there and break a tackle. Pitt is finally gonna get on the board. Okay, so maybe this won't be quite as easy as I thought, and our blocks just not holding in the run game right now. Going to the air on 2nd and 5 here. McCracken will step up and continuing to find his boy Ellington, man. Dude is actually so good, and I want to try to take a shot. We got Silvera on the outside. Looks like he has a step, and this is a perfect throw from McCracken. Great catch through contact as well. All right, we'll put it back on the ground here. Just got to make teams respect it. We really didn't do that last year. All right, just got to finish off the drive. We're going to spread them out and run up the middle with Kiki McCracken. This is usually a pretty sure bet for a touchdown, and McCracken going to hit a little Heisman pose. All right, just need one more stop from our defense here. This quarterback is actually just a wild animal in the pocket, bro. As soon as he feels pressure, he starts sprinting around. Gardoki's going to get his 3rd sack. We potentially have a chance to score on offense before the half's over, as Pitt's just going to run it here. Just needs somebody to make a tackle, but for some reason, our entire right side is getting blocked like crazy. That is inexcusable. We're supposed to be the best defense in the country out here. And okay, right when I say that, they throw it right to Felix Short. For whatever reason, man, Short just gets these picks. He's not going to be able to crib this one, but takes it down inside the 15. Plays like that make things pretty easy on this offense. We're just going to go to McLaughlin on the little angle route again here, and on 1st and goal, we'll give it to him. Easy cash, 28-7. Heading to halftime with a 3-score lead. Can never complain about that. But Pitt trying to stay in it and putting together a little drive here. That was the first throw I've seen this quarterback make all day, and he's going to try to keep it on the read option. Absolutely nothing doing. All right, a field goal here is totally fine by me, and it looks like that's what Pitt is going to get. One thing the CPU is missing is like the logic to understand that the quarters are not 15 minutes long. It really doesn't make any sense for them to get this field goal, but I'll take it. Offense is back on the field and setting up a screen to Keegan McLaughlin. This is going to work out beautifully, and McLaughlin will pick up an easy 20 yards. I think that's the first time I've called that little orbit screen, but it worked out quite well, and McLaughlin getting it going again here. He's having himself a nice little game, boys. Nothing too crazy on the ground. He's just been doing what we need him to do, and man, look at this catch from Silva. After a couple of ill-advised runs, we are going to have a 3rd and 10 here, and oh man, that guy getting pancaked up front scared me. We get out of the pocket with Kiki McCracken, and it'll be 4th down. Yeah, sorry, I'm 1000% going for this. We should have McLaughlin out of the backfield, and oh man, I did not mean to step up. I missed my button, but McLaughlin still comes down with it. I'm gonna try to reward him with a touchdown here, and Kiki McCracken will get it out to him in the flat, easy cash. So we get out of there with a dub. I simmed that out, and for some reason, Pitt got it to be like absurdly close. But Kiki McCracken balled out, man. He had no troubles today. He has played pretty much perfect this season. I tried to get the run game going. I just don't know if it's it, boys. Keegan McLaughlin did have a nice game through the air, and that boy Ellington, man, is really solid. And after that one, Kiki McCracken is indeed on the Heisman watch. Kurt Wisnowski also making an appearance, interestingly enough. Next up, we're back at home taking on Boise State. Definitely a hot team in real life these days. GT's been getting some Heisman praise. Thankfully, this is far enough in the future that we do not have to worry about him, as Kiki McCracken's gonna start this out, getting out of the pocket. Boise State somehow bagged literally everything out of that 5 wide. I've been trying to rock with some different formations and plays this year, and going up top to Silvera here. Oh my god, man. Silvera making the catch of maybe the dynasty so far. I don't know how he came down with that. The thing I thought this team was missing was an outside playmaker, but Silvera showing there that he can make a play even when he doesn't get separation. And how about Russ Hunt with a couple of catches on this first drive? And 3 games into this season, man, I'm still waiting on this first Cole McChesney pick. It hasn't been his fault. These teams just have not been passing it. Like seriously, Pitt barely passed the ball at all, and when they did, their quarterback was just running into brick walls. I honestly think a big part of the reason we got more picks with Babers is because our pass rush wasn't anywhere near as good. So he just had time to sit back and bait stuff up, as man, Boise State is really getting it going on the ground. Gotta try to find ways to stop it. I'm bringing Malik Rice down into the box, but he misses the tackle on the running back. Malik Rice is a guy who has been fine, but definitely hasn't lived up to the hype. And oh man, I thought we had that with Frank Short. Nice ball by the Boise quarterback though, and the Broncos tying it up. We might just have a sneaky tough game on our hands. Trying to go with a play action here, but everything is boxed and McCracken gets hit. The wear and tear on McCracken is looking a little bit rough, and he's gonna have to try to make a play here on 3rd down. We'll drop back and float it up, and oh my gosh, man, what a play by our guy Ellington, and what a throw from McCracken. One of the best of the season so far for sure. And McCracken stepping up in the pocket here. He's been running pretty hard and picking his moments well to pick up easy first downs. We got to at least try to get the running game going here and just go into the outside with McLaughlin. He has plenty of space. This should be a touchdown, but oh man, we really can't power over that guy. That's a little bit disappointing from our guy, as on 1st and goal, we spread him out and McCracken runs up the middle. Tale as old as time. Okay, defense, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit better than we were on the last drive. We just cannot hit this Boise State running back for some reason. There's just something about the Broncos running game that's giving us trouble, but they're going with a pass here, and they should have just stuck with the run, man. Stalker is on it, and this could be a house call, trying to outmaneuver some guys, but number 19 will hawk it down. I'll take it. That was just a lame duck throw from Boise's quarterback, and we're getting it out to McLaughlin on the swing here. Just such a weapon out of the backfield for sure. Offense is looking great, and we haven't really had to run any of our go-to stuff. It's been nice to spread the wings with the play calling a little bit. And on 1st down here, I feel like a couple of things were open, but what was more open was the middle, and McCracken's gonna go ahead and get in there for the touchdown. Yes sir. Our offense has done a great job of playing efficient turnover-free football, and we can do that. All our defense really needs is a couple of stops, but we're gonna get more. Norden has it going the other way, and Jaron Norden is gonna take this to the crib for a pick 6. Let's go. Just like that, this one has turned into a blowout, and I'm still waiting on that pick for McChesney. We just can't get it for some reason. Maybe I was too early to call this a blowout. Boise State does get the ball at halftime, but they're finally gonna go to McChesney. Thank you. Cole McChesney getting his first of what should hopefully end up being many on the season. I feel like we've just happened to play super run reliant teams, and I'm trying to go up top here. That's Ellington making a grown man catch and muscling a guy off of him. This wide receiver core might be better than I thought, dude. They have been making plays. Ellington will take this all the way to the casa. A 93-yard touchdown pass coming off the pick. And how about another one, man? Cole McChesney has suddenly caught fire. 2 picks in the first half, and we are off to the races. 35-7 lead, and Kiki McCracken showing no mercy, looking to extend this. He's got his Heisman stats to worry about here. For whatever reason, Boise State is just leaving it open. I'm honestly loving going 5 wide and just running it up the middle. I think I might do it again on the goal line. Let's see what we can get on 2nd and goal. I was looking for Hutton, but yeah, we are just gonna take off, and oh man, Kiki, gotta put our head down there, buddy. Shoot, took an unnecessary hit there. Now the wear and tear is looking even more rough, but we're still gonna go with the speed option. I'm such a greedy guy, dude. I think that's McCracken's like 6th touchdown on the day. As much as I like should just sit Kiki McCracken for this half, I can't help but be so enticed to just keep chucking the ball. This is honestly something that has hurt us in the last couple of seasons. If we're gonna throw it, we should at least just probably stick to the screens, and we'll go ahead and hit Mo Temwo here. He's had a quiet season, but been a solid backup for McLaughlin for sure throughout his career. So another blowout dub behind a 35-point second quarter. Kiki McCracken with 5 touchdowns through the air, 80% completion, and added 3 on the ground and 90 yards. Receiving wise, that boy Ellington, man, that one catch he had was crazy. Silvera also a beast. And McChesney ended up with 3 picks. He actually got one in sim at the end of the game. That gets McCracken up to number 1 on the Heisman watch, and we got some randos on here, dude. McLaughlin's on here and Bryce Powers on here. I guess he had a sack in the last game, but I don't know about that. So now we got a real challenge, man. We're taking on Bama at Bama, and look at this catch on the first play. We've had some battles with Bama in past SEC games for sure, and coming off his 3-pick performance, I want to see something from Cole McChesney. Bama seems to be much more of a passing offense, but going with a draw here caught us totally off guard. Crimson Tide offense looks tough. They're going back to the air here though, and what are you doing? We get the sack. That's Bryce Power, who is the guy who's on the Heisman watch. We're gonna have a 3rd down and 16 here, as Bama's gonna go with a screen. I'm on it with McChesney, but we can't quite get through. That'll get the Crimson Tide in a pretty solid field goal range, but 3s are not going to be enough to beat Kiki McCracken. Our dudes on offense are just a little bit dinged up, but McLaughlin with a ton of room up the middle here, picking up an easy first. With the stadium pulse buzzing for Bama, we've got to start it off slow. These jet touch passes should be very helpful. We are going to go to the air here on 1st and 10, and not seeing what I like, Kiki McCracken will just go up the middle and pick up the easy first. He's just gotten more and more comfortable scrambling throughout his career and trying to set up the screen here. Oh, McLaughlin, we got to have that, buddy. So it'll be 3rd and 20. We're going to have a dot, and McCracken surveying the field is going to try to chuck it up deep, but we'll have a 4th and 20. I have a strict no punting rule, boys. Sorry. We're just going to huck and pray, and ooh, I think we had circle coming open, but no time to hit him. Oh boy, I don't know. It could be tough, but this Bama quarterback not showing a lot of pocket presence. We get another sack. That time it's Damon Tobias. Got to hold it down on 3rd and 19 now, and they're going to the sideline. Oh man, that should have been a pick for Rice. Tide will try another field goal. Come on, dude, miss this thing. He will indeed hook this wide right. Yes, sir. Bama did a pretty good job of getting to McCracken on that last drive. We've got to keep him honest here. So far, the holes have been pretty good for McLaughlin, and even bouncing into his blocker there, he's able to turn that into a nice game. We'll go play action on 1st and 10, but this is just not going to work out. Bama gets pressure way too easy. Kiki McCracken's going to have to make a throw, and it looks like he has the seam. What a dime, but Silvera drops it. Man, just a perfect throw, but our boy can't come down with it. And this offense is kind of struggling, man. We need a boost. McCracken trying to do it with his legs, but once again, he is dinged up. We will have a huge 4th and 4. And going to the air here, McCracken will get it into Hutton, and Hutton able to hang on. Gotta love a clutch play from the tight end. And dude, for once, we are actually getting the running game working real solid. We'll try jet touch pass on 3rd and 1. Need good blocking to the right, and oh, dude, I could tell that guy was gonna shed. We do get a flag. What's that? Holding too, my god. Oh wow, they actually accepted that. They could have gotten us to 4th down. That's pretty weird. I don't know why they did that, and we will make it 4th and manageable. Obviously don't have to think twice about going for this, and I'm trying to set up slants, not seeing what I like, but McCracken will step and get out of there. Kiki McCracken with another rushing touchdown. His defense is tough though, man. Needed a couple 4th down conversions there. It does make it a lot harder when you're unable to make hot routes. Thankfully our own defense has been pretty good so far. Just need a nice little stop here on 3rd and 11, and Bama just going with a screen. I read it late. Can we fight through with McChesney? No, we can't, man. Just beautiful blocking from the Tide. That is just the most frustrating thing to give up on 3rd and long. Bama has been so patient on offense, man. It honestly seems like they don't have a lot of passing firepower. Gotta be sure to keep plugging them up inside, but nice find to the sideline there. And once again, Tide are right at the edge of field goal range. We got a 3rd down. This time they will run it, and we're trying to plug it up. Asher will get him in 4th and inches. Shocked that they are kicking this field goal. This is a long one too. EA still has a lot to work on with their CPU logic, man. Okay, we're honestly in a very good spot here. Ideally, we can just kill the clock before halftime, and we're getting it going to Silvera, able to make a nice little catch there, as Kiki McCracken with only 60 passing yards in this first half. He hasn't played bad by any means, but he's got to make some plays. On 3rd and 3 here, we're just going to go touch pass. Need some good blocking, and that doesn't quite hold on to the outside, but plenty of momentum for Silvera. He continues to ball out. One guy we haven't haven't really heard from a ton is Wisnowski. I should maybe make more of an effort to get it to him deep. I feel like we've really just been working the middle of the field, and oh man, my eyes were nowhere there. We got third down just like that. All right, let's go get it. 3rd and 8, and oh my god, dude, I suck. I cannot make a read right now. So with McCracken injured, we're gonna try to pick up a 4th and 12. Ran the play clock all the way down, and we might have a shot, but can't get it out. Dude, the pressure has been crazy. I was trying to set my blocks, but they could not hear me with the stadium pulse. Now we got to make sure Bama doesn't get anything before half, and ooh man, I was almost up in there with McChesney. The title just have to go Hail Mary, and this quarterback panics and throws it prematurely. Was trying to get the pick with our boy Cole, but it gets swatted away. Gotta find ways to get points despite home field advantage and some dudes who are dinged up, but nothing doing here on the swing screen. Feel like we are beyond due to hit a big play, but it is just not coming right now, man. I can't quite get enough time in the pocket, and Keegan McLaughlin hurt after that play. I don't know how he got hurt. This stadium is going nuts for a 3rd and 6. McCracken's got to step up here, and rolling out of the pocket, he should have someone late, but throws this way out of bounds. That wasn't even close, Kiki. And I'm sorry, man, but we got to go here. 4th and 6. I'm looking to Russ Hutton, but dude is not able to create any separation. Comes down with it anyway. Russ Hutton with 2 just huge catches in this game. This offense will continue struggling along as Wisnowski trying to bounce it to the outside. Iffy blocking, but he gets out there. Gotta find the run game here. Nice little hole on 1st down for Otumwo. Okay, 3rd and 4. I think we just go touch pass again, and Bama still has not sniffed it out. This time we get great blocking, and Wisnowski is going to be able to crib this. Finally, man, the big play that this offense needed, and that puts a little bit more pressure on Bama here. They happen to be averaging around 7 yards per carry on the ground. At the start of this game, it looked like they were going to try to swing it around, and oh my god, man, they throw it right to McChesney. We can't quite get a reaction. Frustrating stuff. Pick there would have been giant, but a nice little tackle for loss on 1st down. As on 1st and 10, I'm trying to use a Rice, but dude, every time I hop on this safety, I swear to god, they have a cover 3 beater just dialed up. So now we got a critical 2-point conversion, and Bama's just gonna run it. Thankfully, we're on it. So a big answer from the Tide, but if we get a touchdown here, it is a 2-score game. McLaughlin's still out of the game with an injury, as Kiki McCracken just running for his life on 2nd down. The legs are not fresh, but he's still faster than these defensive linemen. This definitely has been like one of our best games running the ball. I think just because I've given it more attention. Gonna go with a swing here on 3rd and inches. We'll get it out to Kadu, who is barely seeing the field, and a terrible animation, but thankfully he does pick it up. Kiki McCracken's gonna have to make a throw eventually, and he's not gonna be able to do it here. 4th and 11. Receivers just haven't been able to create separation, but we gotta go for this 4th down. Unfortunately, once again, I didn't see anyone, and we take the sack. I think I maybe had the tight end coming open late. I just didn't have my eyes there. Actually, crazy how much harder offense is when you're on the road in a hostile environment. We do have a 3rd and inches. See what Bama goes with, and they run it. We get in the backfield. Let's go, man. Okay, this is actually like a huge field goal. We need him to miss this, and it is going to be good. Bama takes a 1-point lead. Kiki McCracken's wear and tear is in the red. At this point, all I really feel comfortable throwing is screens. Silvera's gonna have to get to work. We've seen this time and time again, man. We struggle to win when our stars are banged up, but Silvera making some nice plays, man, trying to make it happen for us. This feels like a game we can win with our defense, but we at least need a field goal here, and getting it out to Mo Temwo. He is gonna spin inside and get us down inside the 25. Okay, gotta find a way here. I'm gonna try to keep the read simple, but dude, they are just not there. Bama has done such a good job of taking everything away. On a critical 3rd down, I normally go speed option, but McCracken is dog tired. Gonna have to try a screen to Otemwo, and oh god, this is working out terribly. We won't be able to get it out. All right, normally wouldn't do this, but we got to take the field goal. We'll be clinging on to a 2-point lead with just over 2 minutes left. We can win a game with our defense, though. Come on, man. They've been good all season. Just need our pressure to hit home, and Stocker jumping that route beautifully and getting a pick. The clutchest defensive play someone has made for us in a minute, bro. All right, that should give us the spark we need to get over the finish line. We just got to find a way to punch this in here. Silvera is getting it going with the bubble screen again. Just got to keep finding ways. We'll get it out to Silvera again here, this time with a little motion screen. At this point, we got to try to chew some clock the way we've been playing offense. And oh man, I thought that was a halfback dive, dude. My audible did not work. I know McCracken's banged up, but I feel best about speed option in this situation. And we're just going to pitch it out to Otemwo. that was the slowest pitch ever, but Mo will get out of there. Thank God we didn't get that fumble animation. Offense clutches up, and that'll make this a 2-score game. We have had to grind this one the hell out, but we're doing it, boys. Just gotta fend off Bama for 2 minutes. Right now, Bama's just dinking and dunking, which in their situation is maybe not the best thing to do. They need points fast, and they do not have timeouts to spare, but they're gonna have to take another one after this play. I will say though, man, I do not want to be in a position where it's down to an onside kick, and Cole McChesney is gonna make sure that doesn't happen, getting the pick, and that should do it for this one. McChesney will go all the way, getting around everybody. That's what I want to see from the boy, man. Let's go. Despite the offensive struggles, we wind up with 30 regardless. Let's get another one before we get out of here, buddy. McChesney will lurk up the seam this time and trying to take it back to the house. Oh man, his blocker got in the way. I'm trying to swerve around and get out of there, but sadly we won't be able to get another pick six. We're able to get out of Bama alive, man. There was almost nothing left in the tank at the end, but Silvera is going to get out of here on the little sweep, and this game is not going to look as close as it was. It's nice to see that we're able to gut a win like that out. Kiki McCracken struggled to get it going, but did just enough for us to get the win. We tried to lean on the ground game. It was honestly pretty good today. Silvera ended up coming through on those bubble screens and stuff, but it was the defense that got it done, man. McChesney had 2 picks, but Stalker had the huge one that really won us this game. Sadly, Kiki McCracken fallen down to number 2 on the Heisman watch despite his gutsy performance. Through 4 games, surprisingly, he's only 5th in passing yards. Does have 0 interceptions, but my God, man, corner might honestly be like a deserving Heisman candidate. 18 touchdowns, no interceptions, 80% completion. That's crazy. Hopefully this next game against Cal should be a lot easier. And their quarterback just decided to run straight into the end zone for a safety. What is bro doing? Wait a second, bro. Does Damon Tobias have 22 sacks this season? There's no way. It says he only has 6 tackles. That has to be a glitch, dude. I think they're showing his career stack numbers or something. Otherwise, he would definitely be number 1 on the Heisman watch. And oh, they're giving Kiki McCracken a little Heisman intro there. I haven't had the announcers for this game on in a hot minute, so I don't know what they were saying about him. And oh my God, he's gonna highball one to Russ Hutton here. What a catch from Russ. And I'm gonna do this real quick. Keegan McLaughlin needs a break. I don't want the wear and tear getting too bad. We also need to be careful with Kiki McCracken. We can throw the ball, but need to make sure we keep him upright. And it's nice if we can get some run after the catch like this. We are going to go back to the air here on 2nd down, and Wisnowski coming wide open on the slant. Easy cash from McCracken. We'll start it out with a 9-0 lead. A lot of pressure on Cal to get something on this drive. We got 3rd and 3 already. Looks like they're going to the air and trying to hit the slants. We get another sack. This offensive line is trash. It does look like we'll probably cruise to an easy dub today. Big holes up the middle for Mo Temwo. We love to see that. And the RPO is going to be our friend today. Silvera has shown that he can flourish in this Caleb Gurley-esque role. We are going to have a 3rd and 5 here. And let's see. Okay, not liking what I see. I really don't want Kiki McCracken to take a hit, but he is going to have to run for the 1st down. Thankfully, it looks like that didn't do too much damage. And actually, his wear and tear looks better than it did at the start of this game. Dude, Mo Temwo looks really good at running back. We are going to get McLaughlin a touch here. And man, McLaughlin looking good too. Hit that spin move. All right, 2nd and goal. Let's punch it in. Gonna go jet touch pass to Wisnowski, and oh man, almost able to fight in. He gets down to the 1. So 3rd and goal. I'm gonna try to go power with Kiki McCracken, and he will get in. Buddy's got a lot of rushing touchdowns this season. He did definitely kill his rushing stats in the last game by taking a bunch of sacks. As Cal's offense continues to flounder, they almost got us with that screen. It's looking like we're on our way to a nice little blowout here, as Cal sent everybody off the left side. McCracken just goes to the right. I do definitely like trying out new stuff though, and one new thing we'll try is throwing a deep ball to Keegan McLaughlin. Number 15 got subbed in at slot receiver and gets a sneaky little touchdown here. Okay, this offense appears to be back to form today, and our defense continues to dominate. Stalker is gonna get a pick here. Beautiful. Love what I'm seeing from the boys today, and love what I'm seeing from Kiki McCracken. He's starting to look healthy again, and that's about as much room as he's had to run his entire career, swerving around and picking up a huge gain. He's been able to avoid taking hits in this game for the most part, but trying to get the screen out to Mo here, that'll not work out. All right, I need a 4th and 10 here. We'll try to go over the middle, and we've got Ellington. This offense is just unstoppable right now. 2nd and goal, you know what we do, man. Spread him out and just run with Kiki McCracken. Find that hole, and he will get you a few yards at least. Unfortunately, now the wear and tear is looking kind of rough again, so we might have to chill on that a little bit, but that's not going to stop McCracken McCracken from throwing a goddamn dot to Silvera. That's the Michael Turner route. Silvera will take it to the crib. With potential injuries building up, I am just going to call off the dogs in this one. We will just get one more touchdown with Silvera on this little jet touch pass. See, you got to pad the stats a little bit, man. Get Kiki McCracken another sneaky little touchdown. So this one was a little bit more relaxing, man. Basically from the first drive when we got the safety. Little 44-7 win. As McCracken continues to just be so efficient, man. Not crazy yards through the air. We didn't really let the reins out on him, but did it on the ground, man. Even with taking a couple of sacks, 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. Next up, we got what should be a nice little easy game against New Mexico State, and starting it out with the zig route to Wisnowski. Wisnowski might actually have a shot. And this defense is slow as hell. Kurt Wisnowski is going to take it to the crib on the first play. All right, well, that's a pretty good start for this offense. As New Mexico State trying to run it, we get the tackle for loss. 3rd and 5 already, and they're going with a screen. Oh my gosh, can I actually get there? We almost got our first screen pick. All right, still a nice start for defense. McLaughlin is going to have it on the return and pick his way out to the 30. And it looks like we're headed to a 60 or 70 point performance, man. New Mexico State's even worse than they were last year. While I want to try to make the schedule hard, it is fun to have one game where we can see just how dominant this team really is against lesser competition. My goal for Kiki McCracken today is 7 touchdowns and no picks. I want to get him up on that Heisman watch. And we're going to get it out to McLaughlin here on the outside. He will outspeed a guy, just has to beat one. And man, this team is terrible at tackling. We get up 14-0. All right, I want that McChesney pick. They're trying to go touch pass, no sir. Another 3rd down. I'm watching for the seam over there, and we are going to get pressure. The quarterback goes down. That's Sydney Asher, who's having a really nice season. We're just going to keep on hooking it up on offense. Getting the tight ends going, man. Hunting with a couple of catches already, and the big boy will get out to the 44. On 1st down, we'll go to the seams, and that's Silvera, man. Everybody is getting involved in this first quarter. Good to see Kiki McCracken spreading the ball around. One nice thing about playing these lesser teams, it gives us the chance to explore the playbook a little bit more and just goof around. That's exactly what we're doing here today. And trying to punch it in here on 2nd down, we're going play action, and Kiki McCracken with nobody in front of him will just roll out and hop into the end zone, easy money. I'm thinking maybe we should go for 80 points, boys. On the other hand, that might be stupid since wear and tear has been a problem. Headed to the 2nd quarter, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a shot here, and the vertical play will work out perfectly, but oh, Ellington, you cannot drop that ball, buddy. Throw from Kiki McCracken hit him right in the hands, and he just misses it. And McCracken trying to get up out of the pocket here will fumble the ball. New Mexico State recovers. Okay, well, that's probably not going to be good for our quest to get 80 points. But this New Mexico State offense is terrible. They give it right back to us, and this one might be going back to the crib. DeMarcus Ramon is going to take it into their territory. It kind of looks like this tackle is going to give me. Can we swerve that guy out? I guess not. Offense has slowed down just a little bit since the electric start, and we've got a 4th down. Russ Hutton should have a touchdown, but we're dropping balls right now. That's a catch we need the big tight end to make for sure. But once again, the Aggies aren't doing anything to this defense, and Keegan McLaughlin's gonna have a shot on the punt return here. He's just going up the middle, and we'll actually have a great lane. Keegan McLaughlin getting deep down into Aggie territory and spinning ahead to the 21. Okay, let's just keep it simple here. We'll go with a little RPO screen, and this is gonna be easy money for Mo. Perfect blocking from our receivers will spring him for the touchdown. On 1st down, I do want to try a little jump ball. We'll just highball this and see what happens. And oh man, dude had it in his hands but dropped it. It looks like they're doing a booth review though, and even though it seems like he pretty clearly dropped it, they're gonna give us the touchdown. I mean, I guess I'll take it. Love to see the officials helping to pad Kiki McCracken's stats for sure. And looks like they're in some kind of cover 2 here. We'll go to Mo Tummo, who's actually split out wide. Easy cash to get down to the 1. This is where we jet touch pass it up for a free passing touchdown, and Ellington is going to get in 42-0. We are smashing this team, and this New Mexico State offense might be the worst we've played in this entire dynasty. Dude throws it right to Malik Rice, and Rice is going to take that back in for an easy pick 6. The game is over. I'm just trying to run clock, but the boys just keep on making plays, dude. Silvera is going to get into open space behind some beautiful blocks and outspeed everybody for for another easy touchdown. So we get up out of there with the easiest win of the season. Honestly, we probably could have hit 80 if we wanted to, as Kiki McCracken with almost 500 passing yards, keeping the touchdown to interception ratio perfect. We barely ran the ball at all today, as Wisnowski with 160, Silvera with 130. And after that, Kiki McCracken sits at number 1 on the Heisman watch. Next up, we've got a classic SEC game against Auburn, and I'm taking a shot on this first play. Our dude Silvera gets some separation downfield, and Kiki McCracken putting it on the money. This is going to be an opening play touchdown. Let's go. Boys are shooting off the cannons already. The deep shot is not something we've used quite as much this year, so it's nice to see that we're still able to get one off with Michael Turner gone. And it's Auburn's turn on offense. They definitely aren't hitting us with one play touchdowns, but they're slowly but surely moving the ball down the field here. It does seem like they're maybe a little bit more of a pass heavy offense. All right, big play for our defense early in this one. Auburn is just going to go with a screen. This play has given us a ton of trouble in the past. I just didn't see it. Seems like that play is almost a guaranteed first down if you don't get to it with the user, as Auburn's quarterback flush from the pocket here, and we are not quite able to get to him. It'll be 3rd and short though. And I'm hopping on Frank Short, trying to guard the run, but turns out it was a play action pass, and that's going to be easy cash for the Tigers. A tough drive from Auburn there. We've had some shootouts with them in the past. It looks like it might be another one today, as Kiki McCracken getting cooking early with the scramble. And dude, I don't know what's up with this, but Keegan McLaughlin has disappeared from the depth chart. He's not injured either. I don't know what's up with that. That could potentially be some kind of glitch. And on 3rd down, Kiki McCracken not looking comfortable in the pocket, trying to make something happen but can't. So we'll have a 4th and 10 here, and we're gonna have the comeback route, but not enough time to throw it. Auburn takes over. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with how this game is going so far, but Auburn's quarterback flush from the pocket, and Damon Tobias is gonna get him. All right, that's a little bit more like it. On 3rd and 20, looks like they're going 5 wide, and we get the sack. That's Tobias again. And we get the ball right back. Gotta get cooking here. I was looking for the corner of the post, but we're just gonna take the little dump off to Wisnowski, trying to continue to show some variety in this offense, as Kiki McCracken will get out of the pocket and deliver a beautiful ball for another first down. We'll see if we can keep it going. Things are just a little bit different without the threat of Keegan McLaughlin, but McCracken's still doing a great job. And on 3rd down, we will go with the run game. Mo'otomo getting what we need. McLaughlin is good for sure, but Mo'otomo is more of a traditional every down back, as we dump it off to Ellington here, and Ellington making a nice little shifty move there. Gonna go back to the run down here in the red zone, and that is just beautifully blocked. Mo'otomo is gonna rumble down to the 1, saving the touchdown for Kiki McCracken. And I'm just gonna try to get it in with the QB run game. We'll go with jet motion, and that is just enough for Kiki to get in. Okay, a big drive from this offense in what feels like a classic SEC matchup. Need defense to make a play here, and McChesney has been quiet lately, but gets the pick on the in route. They threw it right to our boy. And nice job for McChesney to hold on to that through contact. We'll go right back to it, trying to get it to the drag, but McCracken takes a sack. I want to get it all back on 2nd and 17. We're going with 5 wide, and McCracken with a nice throw to the little corner route. This offense is just too good, man. Nearly impossible to stop consistently. There's so many different things we can do, even with McLaughlin out. One thing I've liked getting going a little bit more is the quick game, man. We don't see a lot of man coverage, and those hitch routes are great at beating zone. Going back to Mo'otomo on 1st down, and he's having a really solid game, dude. Not looking like much of a downgrade at all. Mo hasn't exactly been dynamic, but he's made some plays in his career for sure, and Kiki McCracken with a little playmaker here sneaking it out to him. So that'll bring up 1st and goal. McCracken is going to get flushed out of the pocket. No time, but somehow gets this out to Hutton. One of the best throws I've seen Kiki McCracken make. A little bit Patrick Mahomes there. And you gotta think, where's this guy going in the NFL? He's only 5'11", but he's been doing his thing without turning the ball over this year. Auburn trying to get something going here, but dude, Damon Tobias just too good, getting his 3rd sack of the half. He might be up on the Heisman watch after this week. As Auburn trying to take a deep shot here. Dude has all day, but they'll just dump it off. All right, let's see what we got on 3rd and 12. Looks like they're going to try to throw it to Stockter, but he is all over that. Should have been a pick. Looking to continue balling out on offense here, but Kiki McCracken tries to force the pass, and oh man, it's going to be his 1st pick of the year. I totally jinxed him earlier in this game. That was really just a trash route combo on 3rd and long. I don't know what I thought I was doing, and that should have been a pick. For some reason, our cornerback just didn't react. Man, I'm so sad I ruined Kiki McCracken's perfect touchdown to interception ratio. Got to get a quick drive going before half. We'll dump it off to Mo on the little in route, but we're going to need some bigger hitters than that. On 2nd and 10, I am going to try to take a shot, but not seeing anything I like, and McCracken takes a sack. So So 3rd and 22. We got 20 seconds left in the half, and I'm going to try to make this corner route work. What is going on here? There's going to be a flag on the play, and we're going to get a stupid pass interference. Oh no, they're going to call offensive pass interference. Honestly, should have been another pick from McCracken, and we're going to have to go ahead and punt this ball away for maybe the first time all season. I think we've maybe been going a little bit too all in on the passing game. That's fine against New Mexico, but we got to try to establish the run a little bit against these better teams. As Auburn's just chucking it up deep on the Hail Mary here, and we are going to strafe up and actually get the pick with McChesney. He'll have a shot at a little return, probably not going to be a pick six, but still a nice little way to pad the stats. He's got 2 on the half now. We do have a kind of tight game headed into the second half, but I don't know what Auburn's quarterback is doing. He is crazy back there in the pocket. Tobias going to get another sack. Damon Tobias is actually carrying this defense today, man. He has been a dog, and quarterback just going to keep it here. Man, we got to find a way to hit that guy there. First down for Auburn, and the Tigers have just a little bit of momentum here. They're going hurry up, trying to make something happen, and going with the play action. It looked like they had the seam, but quarterback's going to get out of the pocket, and this is going to be Damon Tobias's 5th sack of the day. My God, man. Word to the wise, put a fast linebacker at defensive end and double mug. That has been a game changer for our defense, and Gene Gardoki going to get the sack here. That's a defensive tackle ranging out to make the play. We need to keep it simple on offense here in the second half. We'll start it out with a little swing pass, and Rashawn Kadu showing a nice little burst, man. I don't know if he's really gotten any attention all season, but looking solid on that play for sure. Kiki McCracken doesn't really have anything open here. He's going to get out of the pocket and just huck up a prayer that is going to get caught. Kiki being way more frisky with the ball today for sure, but it works out. All right, just keep it moving. The boy is trusting his receivers, throwing it up to Hutton here, and Hutton comes down with it this time. I'm going to try to just punch it in out of 5 wide, and we should have triangle here with Schnowski coming wide open, and perfect pass from Kiki. We have reclaimed a 2-score lead. So they could get back in this game very easily with a touchdown here. Going to the sideline, and ooh man, wanted to get in there with Rahman. All right, red zone D, let's see it here. They're just going jet touch pass. Good job of staying on that, boys. We'll have a huge 3rd and 5 headed into the 4th quarter, and Auburn just going to go up to the end zone. We had a guy in position, did not make a play on the ball, but hit the receiver. That was a close one. All right, 4th and 5, let's get it. Auburn going back to the air, and their quarterback is just going to take off, but we're on it with McChesney. Great tackle from the boy, and that could damn near wrap this thing up. Just got to be careful down here inside our own 5, but going with the jet touch pass, which might seem kind of stupid, but Silvera is going to make it work and turn this into a huge gain. With Michael Turner, that one might have been a touchdown, but as it is, we'll take it, man. We continue to spread the love around to all our receivers, and despite the pick, this has been another very nice day for McCracken. Inside handoff and a nice little cut to avoid the tackle. I'm too greedy to totally go away from the passing game. We're sticking with it, hitting Silvera here, and he will pick up another first down. We haven't given Moatemo a ton of attention. Now it's his time to shine, man. He'll get carries for the rest of the game. I am pretty curious to see what the deal is with McLaughlin, as Otemo trying to fight for more yards here, and he is going to fumble. Come on, Mo, don't let these boys back in the game. Okay, we should still be fine, but that's a little bit concerning. Auburn's got a chance to at least get in onside kick territory, but their quarterback just throws a pick to Jared Norton. Dude has not been very good today at all. So we get out of there with a dub. Not our sharpest performance, but Auburn wasn't all that sharp either. Kiki McCracken was solid. The one pick sucked, but apart from that, he balled. Moatemo had 54 yards, 5-yard average, but that fumble was kind of annoying. Receiving wise, Silvera was actually the guy today. And hey, it was a really good day for our defense, man. 2 picks for McChesney, 1 for Norton. They really kept us looking good even when offense wasn't great. And I didn't even mention Damon Tobias. Dude had 5 tackles, all of them were sacks. Somehow we dropped to number 2 in the rankings after that, which is annoying. But McCracken staying number 1 on the Heisman watch, and Damon Tobias jumping up to number 3. Checking out McCracken's stats for the year. Dude has just been so efficient. 75% completion. Look at the touchdown to interception ratio. I haven't been spamming plays either, man. I've been opening up the playbook, but he has just continued to ball out. So now for the Keegan McLaughlin depth chart thing. He was way down here at the bottom. I had to put him back at the top for our starting halfback. But this might be a problem, dude. For some reason, he's just not on the list for 3rd down running back. I don't know how I put bro at the top. It is bizarre that there's only like a short list of players here that you can move up on the depth chart. I don't know why that would be. Anyways, we got a real tough one here, taking on Ohio State on the road. Don't think we've taken on Ohio State yet in this dynasty. I don't really know what to expect from the Bucks, but I know the stadium pulse is going to be crazy. Our defense is going to have to be good today, but thankfully they pretty much always are. All right, got a third down here. Ohio State's right on the edge of field goal range, and their quarterback rolling and trying to throw on the run. I don't know what he was doing there. A defensive line with Damon Tobias has a lot of quarterbacks uncomfortable, and Ohio State is just barely going to make the field goal. Hopefully our offense can start it out nice. And boys, Keegan McLaughlin is not on the field. There's some kind of glitch with the depth chart going on because he is set at number 1. EA has potentially just taken one of our stars away from us, and we've got a third down already, but I'm liking what I see deep. We're gonna hit Wisnowski. What kind of coverage was that, Ohio State? We will take the lead on our first drive, shushing this OSU crowd. Both of our last 2 games, teams have come out playing really aggressive defense, as McChesney getting a nice tackle for loss on second and short. It would be beautiful if defense could get a stop here. And Ohio State just going with the bubble. Oh man, I wasn't on that. Thought they were gonna hand it off and the Bucks pick it up. It's all good though. Defense is looking good so far. Ohio State is not moving down the field too easily. Whenever the other team's struggling, my eyes light up because I know this offense can score with pretty much anybody. And oh man, almost a pick for Norton there. Could have swatted that, but we got to be aggressive on defense. By the way, I'm surprised Ohio State's only ranked 18th at 5-1, as Damon Tobias gonna get his first sack. Kiki McCracken's the GOAT, but Damon Tobias might actually deserve to win the Heisman. He is going to be an elite NFL talent, as on third down, Ohio State's quarterback just trying to scramble. He had crossers coming open, but this defensive line continues to cause problems. So OSU settling for another field goal. That is a-okay with me. Just got to keep it moving on offense. Stadium pulse is a little wild, so we'll just go with a screen, and this is how you get easy yards. Mo Temlo picking up a first down. Love what we're cooking up here. I'm going to go with a little corner route on this play, and that was a little bit of a risky pass, but Wisnowski comes down with it. The boy is having a big game. All right, let's punch it in here. I cannot see any of our icons pre-snap. I'm just going to scramble with McCracken, and McCracken with ton of room. He's going to pick up the first down and has a shot to get into the end zone. Kiki rolling down to the 2. Love it, man. On first and goal, we're going read option and 8 million guys to the right side. Mo Tumwo getting the touchdown. Offense is showing a pretty nice mix today, and continuing to score is putting a lot of pressure on this OSU offense. On 3rd and 4, OSU going to try to take a shot up the seam, and I thought dude caught it, but we get a late knockout. Let's go. Okay, well that's big. Defense has not given up a touchdown in this first half, and the running game looking damn solid today, boys. I honestly really like the way Mo Tumlo runs. He's not nearly the pass catcher McLaughlin is, but in terms of just getting downhill, I think he's maybe a little bit better. We'll go play action here on first down, and we had stuff coming open, but McCracken gets hit and fumbles. Ohio State recovers. That's not good there. Ohio State's gonna get a second chance, but look at Damon Tobias stuffing the run as well. So we've got him in a spot that we want him, but breakdown in zone coverage, and the Bucks continue to move. The good news is, even if they get a touchdown here, we get the ball and get it at half, so I'm feeling pretty good regardless. This offense has not looked too crazy. Got a big third down. Cole McChesney is off the field, and Ohio State with a tough look for our zone coverage. They will go to the comeback, and the Bucks are going to get it within 1. All good, just need a nice sustained drive before halftime here. We'll start it out with a throw to Silvera, who breaks tackles like no other. The big body receiver rumbling for the first. Okay, with the stadium going crazy, I'm low-key going to sneak in a screen here. We'll see if this works, but McCracken just has to throw it into the ground. I'm sorry, boys. I punted for the first time last game. I felt disgusting. We're just going to try to huck it and turn the ball over. Okay, no need to punt, boys. We'll just get it back with our defense, as Cole McChesney is going to pick this off, and the boy is off and running. Cole McChesney might just take this back to the house. It's gonna be a pick 6 right when things were starting to look a little bit rough. We might just have to have the Cole McChesney for Heisman conversation this year. I don't know exactly how many picks he's got, but the boy's been cooking lately. Actually, the same play he got the pick on last time. Quarterback is gonna run right into Tobias, who has 2 sacks on the half. Tobias continues to be so elite, and now this Ohio State cornerback looking a little frazzled. Okay, big time 3rd and 21. Field goal is is okay here. Just can't give up the seam, and we had to circle back around with McChesney, but not able to get to it. That was maybe an unnecessarily aggressive coverage from us, but thankfully, once again, Ohio State's quarterback's going to roll into a sack. Pocket presence is really not the CPU's thing. We've got it to 3rd and goal, and dude is just going to throw it out of the back in the end zone okay. So we hold the Bucks to a field goal after all. It's a tight one, but we will get the ball at half. And hey, you just never know. Kiki McCracken might throw a beam here. And I think we've got Silvera deep, but uh-oh, this is going to be a potential disaster. McCracken got hit before he could make the throw. Thankfully, Mo picks it up. After a couple of fumbles, Kiki McCracken coming out in the second half with low composure, which is not good with the stadium pulse, but this dude could do. Might be kind of nice. McCracken's dealing with a little bit of wear and tear as well at this point. Got to try to get out quick throws, and with Schnowski on the bubble is perfect. He's having a real nice day on only 3 receptions. With the way this game has been going, we got to work into easier offensive plays, and this is going to be perfect. We hit the jet touch pass to Ellington, and he should be able to crib this with beautiful blocks, but he's going to get hawked down. Come on, Ellington. All good. Just got to punch it in here. This time we'll give it to Silvera, and Silvera will power in. Defense has just got to keep on dogging him, but oh man, we left the seam way too open there. Perfect combo from Ohio State, and our safety played that bad. This will turn into a touchdown. Too easy for Ohio State. We got to make him work for it. And speaking of working for it, they covered that up pretty well, but McCracken getting out of the pocket, even a little bit injured. He's so fast. Nobody is better at outspeeding defensive linemen, but dude, I double tap the snap button. This is going to get tipped, and of course a dude just flies in to pick it off. Another hit to the McCracken ratio, dude. That time it wasn't even my fault, but it doesn't matter. Ohio State right back in this thing with a chance to take the lead. That's so frustrating. We were going to have stuff coming open on that play as well, but down here on the goal line, Damon Tobias going to get another sack, of course. Huge 3rd and goal here. Holding them to a field goal would be big, as their quarterback is rolling and finds the curl route. Ohio State takes the lead, trying to extend it to a 3-point lead here, and they just go touch pass. Nice little cut from the wide receiver, and they get it. Okay, well, we've officially got a fight on our hands. Our offense is starting to look kind of shaky, and Ohio State's defense is looking more and more confident. We got to get into our bag here, going verticals and hitting a tumble over the middle. That linebacker played it beautifully, but Mo hanging on. Mo is having one of the most impactful games of his career, and getting out there on the screen here, he'll make a nice little move to pick up the first. Okay, McCracken has calmed down a little bit. We're going to take a shot here, and this should be on the money, but oh, bro, Silvera, we got to get under that. I think a healthy McCracken probably hits that pass, and we might have another shot here on 1st down, but I'm too chicken to take it. Don't want to mess around and throw another pick. We're just going to scramble and get out of bounds. We got to be just a little bit more safe in our play calling in this situation, and going to pitch it out here with the speed option. Mo continuing to rumble, man. Sneaky little hesitation move and picking up the 1st down. Got to keep working. We'll go out to the little bubble screen here, and Wisnowski just has to make one guy miss. Man, I'm still so frustrated about that fat finger pick. We should be in control of this game. Instead, we're fighting for our lives. Just got to punch it in here. We'll go jet touch pass to Wisnowski, and Wisnowski looked like he was going to get hawked down, but makes it outside. Now we need defense to nut up and protect this lead. It feels like they played well today, but Ohio State does have 31 points on the board, and I do not think they would go for this, so chance to stop. They're just going zigs though, and man, we had hard flats on the field. The Buckeyes are hot on offense right now, man. It feels like we are very much backed up against the wall at this point. They've sneakily been draining a little bit of time off the clock, but I think that might end up benefiting us, as Damon Tobias, god dang, just gets punked there. We don't see that a whole lot. By the way, I love Damon Tobias's drip, man. I love that little neck roll he's got. Looks like the monster he is, and oh bro, I thought he was gonna go to McChesney. Instead, they hit us over top on the post, and this dude number 4 has been cooking. He's gonna get into the end zone, and now we got a money drive. So really, we just gotta kill the clock and be safe on this drive. Cannot afford to let anything dumb happen. I gotta turn on conservative carry as well. The biggest thing I'm worried about is the stadium pulse if we get to a 3rd and long. So far, the screen has just been working well, and Wisnowski is gonna get loose here. The boy will get down into field goal range. Now we can safely just pound clock and get a field goal at the least, but Mo Atomo gets stood up. Ohio State's just putting nobody up the middle here though. Gonna try to go back to the run, but we're gonna have a 3rd down. As much as I want to be safe, We got to try to find a way to pick this up. And okay, I'm just going to take the drag. Come on, Ellington, work for us, buddy. Pick up that first down. He just barely will do it. It looked like that ball was coming a little bit loose, dude. I got nervous. And they are just keying in on the run game. Give me one of my easy plays here. Come on. We'll go with the jet touch pass. And oh, we needed to wait just a second longer to let that blocking develop. Got a huge 3rd and 7 now. Stadium Pulse is going wild. We're going to hit the drag again, and Ellington hangs on. The boy is making huge plays. All right, 1st and goal. Plenty of time to run our plays. We snap it here, and we're running it up the middle with Mo. Warhawks take the lead with 10 seconds left. Let's go. Ohio State is just going with straight up Hail Mary here, and they are hooking it up deep. Tons of air under this ball is not going to be enough to get anywhere near the end zone, and this gets swatted away with 1 second left. All right, we'll see what they got, man. I don't think Ohio State's quarterback has the arm from this, and getting pressured by our D-line with just 3. This will fall harmlessly to the ground. We go into Columbus and get a scary win. Kiki McCracken had some difficulties with turnovers, but ultimately gutted it out. 350 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. And Mo Tumwo, man, he only had 31 yards, but felt like he had a really good day. Receiving wise, Wisnowski had some big ones, but dude, Ellington, quiet 3 catches, but 2 of them were huge. And I guess after a top 20 win on the road, man, the polls thought we looked too vulnerable. We dropped to 3. And Kiki McCracken dropping to number 2 on the Heisman watch as well. How is Damon Tobias dropping after getting like 3 sacks? Our next game's at Minnesota in a near empty stadium. I feel like the Gopher fans usually show out a little bit better than this. Got a 3rd down already here as Minnesota's going with like a hurry up offense. These boys must have had a coaching change for sure, and their quarterback running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Keegan McLaughlin, once again, just absent from the lineup. EA literally stole him from us. I'm gonna need that to get patched, and we're gonna swing it out to Mo Tumwo here. Oh, okay. Mo Tumwo has never really had a play like this. He is going to break into the open field. The Gopher defense must just be slow as hell, and our boy will take it to the crib. Okay, Mo. That's about as easy as an 84-yard touchdown is gonna get. We might just be headed for a nice little blowout in this one, but Minnesota does seem to have just a tiny bit of pop on offense. So I don't think that this is gonna be a New Mexico State level blowout, and who knows, maybe I'm jinxing it and they'll start hooping on us. But Damon Tobias swallowing that dude up in the backfield. Once again, bro, if you've got fast linebackers in this game, sub them in at defensive end. At least in this formation, they cause a ton of pressure, and Minnesota's gonna have to punt it again. I'd say things got off to a pretty easy start for Kiki McCracken, but with the tight end coming open here, he underthrows it, and this is gonna be a pick. I think that maybe wasn't the route I thought it was, and I should have freeformed it to the outside anyways. The McCracken ratio is suffering. I still think we're at like 30 touchdowns and 3 interceptions or something, but that hurts the perfectionist in me, and Minnesota's gonna capitalize. All right, all good. Let's keep it moving here. I do want to get this dude could do a little bit more involved. It seems like he could be a potential playmaker. I know it's a little bit late in the season for such a guy to emerge, but with McLaughlin out and Mo Tumwo carrying a heavy load, we might need it. All right, big 3rd and 4 here, but we're just gonna have Wisnowski on the wheel. That's easy money, and McCracken looking unfazed after the pick, and we'll just keep on passing the rock. Mo Tumwo is developing a little bit as a pass catcher, and on 1st down we have him split out wide. We're actually gonna throw it up top to him, and it was an iffy throw by Kiki McCracken, but Mo Tumwo making an amazing toe tapping catch. I'm growing to love that dude more and more. All right, let's not let this game stay close. Defense has been real good, just can't let these guys get any momentum. And hey man, I want a McChesney pick. Forgot to check his stats after that last game, and oh, that's just screens. Our dude tried to dive for it on the outside, couldn't quite get to it. All right, I'm selling out for the run here, sending the dogs, and they're actually gonna pass. I left the running back totally uncovered, but it works out. Just too much pressure too fast, and McCracken will start it out with a kind of risky throw to Silvero, but it works out. He might have thrown the pick, but Kiki's looking real solid, just hitting the zig here, but bro, we're gonna have a fumble. What is up with our boys fumbling the ball lately, man? So Minnesota just gets to keep on sticking around, I guess. I don't know why they keep trying to run outside though. That would not be my game plan against these defensive ends. And on 3rd and 4, dude is just trying to scramble, throws it right to McChesney, but I was trying to come down for the sack. Honestly, a nice play from the Gopher quarterback there. And somehow, some way, they could tie this game up before halftime. I'm not really worried about things one way or the other, but I don't want that to happen. And thankfully, Damon Tobias will get in there. Okay, 3rd and 20, nothing done, boys. Hopping on McChesney and trying to lurk something up, they will just throw it out of bounds. And this is gonna be a long field goal. Hopefully this dude can't make this. This one looks pretty good, but it's gonna end up sailing wide left. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and crush these boys before halftime. For some reason, they're just leaving the seam wide open. Easy money for our guy Ellington. On 1st and 10, we'll see if they do it again. Looks like they will, and as long as they give that, we're going to take it for sure. Hasn't been a perfect day, but I think McCracken's up over 200 yards. And on 3rd down, we got square coming wide open, but McCracken gets hit, and I am going to take a rare field goal in this situation. We'll go ahead and hold on to this 10-point lead. And hey, I don't know what happened, but we simmed the kickoff and got the ball back. I'll take what I can get, and we're going to the big body Russ Hutton, making a nice catch, and now we've got a 3-score lead. Pretty much everything went Minnesota's way in that half, and we've still got a 17-point lead and the ball. These boys are simply not good. All right, 3rd and 3, they are really pressing up. I feel like we should have a shot here, and we're gonna take it to Ellington. These slow-ass cornerbacks cannot hold on, and Kiki McCracken going up over 300 yards to start out the 3rd quarter. At this point, we're in shoot clock mode, which pretty much just means spamming jet touch passes and RPOs. Rack up some nice little extra stats for Kiki McCracken without getting him hurt, you know. Still just waiting on that Cole McChesney pick, and I thought that was gonna be it. Instead, they throw it to Ramon. Ramon is having just a great season and will zigzag out of there. Should be able to take it to the house. Quarterback's trying to hawk him down, but Marcus Ramon will get the pick 6. All right, this has turned into a nice little blowout after all, and they are just chucking it again. This quarterback is trash, and this time Stocker will get the pick. Our cornerbacks are balling out, and Stocker will take it down to the 20. We're gonna go ahead and make it 50 on the day. It's been nice getting these receivers out into space. I've gotten a lot better at figuring out how to use the left stick. Honestly, sometimes the juke and spin moves are just a waste of time. The spin moves were dirty at launch, man. I feel like they really nerfed them with the Quinshawn junk and stuff. It was obviously broken for online play, but for offline it was damn fun, and man, we missed the pick with McChesney there. And we get up out of there with a 52-14 win. Looked a little bit dicey in the first half, but Kiki McCracken ended up putting up a beautiful stat line despite the early pick. We did almost nothing at all with the ground game, but Mo Otumwa, leading receiver, 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. He set the tone in this one. Next up, we got another potential stat padding type of game, taking on Arkansas State at home. Low key though, these guys are driving it on us to start out the game in a matchup where ideally we would just get a shutout, and they're going draw play on 3rd down. Was not expecting that at all. It can be kind of hard to stop the run no matter who you're playing, but as soon as they pass it, our pass rush screams in. Damon Tobias getting a sack. He's got 14.5 on the season at this point. And on 3rd down, looks like Arkansas State is just running a screen. We've had trouble with these, and I couldn't fight through the block, but we do stop them short. Red Wolves are going to get a field goal. That is their mascot, right? The Red Wolves? Oh, they missed it. So kind of iffy drive from the defense. We'll see what offense can do now. And that was actually pretty well covered. McCracken will have to step up in the pocket. I'm gonna be honest, man. Arkansas State seems a little bit tougher than expected. I still don't think we'll have any problems blowing them out, because plain and simply, we have got too much speed on this team, man. Even our backup running back is probably speedier than most of the players on Arkansas State. McLaughlin is once again missing, by the way. Nowhere to be found on the field. It appears that EA has straight up taken him away from us for the season. Arkansas State has been able to get a little bit of pressure, but I think we're chilling as long as we take these dump offs. I am going to try to hit him with a swing screen here, but once again, they're fighting through blocks better than expected. We're going to have a 3rd and long. Need someone to make a play here. I'm looking up top for Picasso McCollum, and he is all alone in the end zone. One of our backup receivers coming in to make a big play. And man, look at Kiki McCracken's career QB stats. That's crazy. He's aiming for 20,000 yards this season. All right, let's do it again, defense. Looks like they're continuing to try to run it heavy. So we got a 3rd and 12. Their quarterback's just rolling out and actually has a little bit of speed, but not quite enough to get away from our defense. So we got the ball back, looking pretty solid at this point, and that's a beautiful hole for Mo to run through. On this 1st and 10 here, I do think I want to take a shot. I don't know if we'll have enough time, and Kiki McCracken trying to throw to the crosser gets hit, and this is going to turn into a pick. Buddy has been getting unlucky as hell with the turnovers lately, and our pass protection has been surprisingly weak today. I don't know what's up with that, man. We should have a really good offensive line, but Arkansas State's just going to get it right back because Stanzo jumps the route. Our cornerbacks have just been amazing this year, dude. All right, we need to keep Kiki McCracken upright on this drive. These are supposed to be the games where we give him rest, and plays like this should help. We got the jet touch pass wide open. Arkansas State is showing a little bit of heart here. This is one that hopefully won't be close today, but might have been a close game for sure during the General Booty days. On 1st and 10, Arkansas State is going to go play action. I saw that a little bit late, but our defensive line is going to get in. That's Damon Tobias. Buddy is up over 15 sacks on the year now, and the boys will continue to work. You simply do not want to run play action against this team. We will make you pay for it. And Gardoki getting the sack this this time. All right, third down. McChesney's out of the game. We're trying to lurk up with Felix Short here, and quarterback just takes off. This will get Arkansas State into decent field goal range, and this time dude will knock it through. All right, 2 minutes to drive it down and get a nice little touchdown. Oh man, Kiki McCracken, we got to hit that throw, buddy. That's one that our receiver potentially could have turned into a touchdown, but thankfully Russ Hutton will get open, drops the ball though. Another iffy pass from McCracken. Just like that, we got a big 4th and 11. Trying to make it happen with the corner route, and the bottom one is covered, but the top one is not. Ellington's gonna get loose, and that throw was right on the money. McCracken up over 180 yards today. Kiki's just continually putting up great numbers, despite the fact that he's been dinged up for pretty much the entire season, and Mo Tummo actually gonna get the touchdown this time. So a 21-3 lead before halftime is feeling solid. Arkansas State actually trying to pass it, but Damon Tobias getting a strip sack. Wish we could have recovered that thing. One more play. I'm trying to get a free pick with McChesney, but dude is just gonna chuck that to the sideline. That could have also easily been a pick, and we head to half. Well, no problem so far. Just gotta keep doing what we're doing here and trying to go 4 verts here on third down. We will have Ellington coming open. Dude ran a beautiful route, and Kiki McCracken hitting him in stride. All right, let's go ahead and finish off this drive. I kind of wanted something up top, but we'll just take off with McCracken and pick up 8. Probably should be sliding there, but come on, man. McCracken's a football player. He'll just dump it off to Ellington here. No, dude. Ellington was supposed to just run a curl. For some reason, continued to run, and McCracken's second pick of the day. That sucks. This is the problem with running plays you're not familiar with. The timing of the routes can just be totally off. The only thing I'm worried about with that, though, is Kiki McCracken's stats. Our defense has started to do what it does in this game, and as much as I'd like to make it look nice for the polls, we should probably just be going shoe clock mode at this point in the game. No need to risk injuries or throwing more picks. And honestly, we could play like this for the entire game against this kind of team and dominate. Wisnowski has no one around him on the RPO and will easily take this to the crib for a touchdown. And we're just going to keep at it here, but oh my god, dude, the ball is going to get jarred loose from Wisnowski, and this is going to turn into a pick from Kiki McCracken. I swear, they catch these every time. Still very unlucky to have that get picked though. As Arkansas State go into the end zone, we got a guy there, but he misses the ball. Score-wise, this game is surprisingly close. I figured it out, dude. Wisnowski kind of got dinged up, and looking in the injury report, McLaughlin has a dislocated hip. This was not in the report the first week that he was out, so I'm glad that wasn't just like an unexplained glitch. At least we'll have him back for next season, and Mo Tummo has continued to fill in nicely. There is one more thing we need to do before we get out of here. Let's get that boy McChesney a pick. Hasn't had one all day, but lurks it up with just 10 seconds left on the clock, and that'll be a nice way to close this one out. Not our prettiest win of the season, but we get out of there with a solid dub. McCracken didn't play bad. We just got to make sure those turnovers don't happen in more important games. Receiving wise, we just continue to spread it around, man. It's been a hot hand type of offense. Damon Tobias continuing to rack up Defensive Player of the Week awards, and the boy has jumped up to number 1 on the Heisman watch. We could have a defensive Heisman on our hands. We've had some interesting non-conference matchups here. This week we've got Oregon State, and starting it out with a beam from Kiki McCracken to Wisnowski. I will say, Michael Turner probably takes that to the crib. Can't hate on Wisnowski though. Dude has been having a very nice season, and speaking of having nice seasons, we're getting it out to our boy Mo here. I've been messing around with some different plays, but we do gotta still work on the classic stuff on offense. These are the plays that we're gonna need to win the playoffs. All right, we got a 2nd and 13 here. I'm trying to get Wisnowski open on the slant, but not enough time for McCracken. All right, 3rd and 13. Let's get it. I'm just gonna scramble. McCracken is gonna have to make a guy miss and can't quite do it. 4th and 2. Yeah, you better believe we're going for this. 4th down, and will they leave the drag open? Oh no, they didn't. Trash read by me. I think we have the crosser coming over the middle. So we drive it all the way downfield, and Oregon State gets a stop. Defense is gonna have to be good today, and we should have had dude in the backfield there. Not gonna lie, man, this has trap game written all over it, but Damon Tobias making a great tackle there on the touch pass. All right, 3rd and 4. Let's see what defense has got. I'm on Felix Short, and we're covering up everything, but we keep facing these scrambling quarterbacks, and this time our D lineman can't keep them in the pocket. Oregon State going reverse. Oh, don't do that. We've got too much athleticism on this defense. 3rd and long, man. This is where we thrive. We gotta lurk something up here. I'm trying to do it with McChesney, but dude is gonna scramble again. Please make a tackle, boys. Thank you very much. All right, drive number 2. I'm thinking we establish the running game just a little bit. Our guy Mo has been running quite well. Gonna try a little RPO here, and this actually works quite well to get Silvera open. Moving it along pretty well here. Just gotta finish off this drive, and we'll take Hutton up the seam, the big boy getting his first catch of the day. And we'll take Hutton up the seam, the big boy boy getting one of his first catches of the day. Now we punch it in. I think we are going to have the drag this time. And Silvera will get into the end zone for a touchdown catch. Up 7-0. Everything is good. And defense has already shown that they can get stops on these boys. And they're going to get another one here. Oregon State's quarterback throws it right to Dion Renew. And this should be going back to the crib, but low-key Oregon State's quarterback's talking him down. We'll try to go with a little jet touch pass here. And yep, this is easy money for Silvera. Seen this one a lot this season. All right, a nice little 14-0 start. Our defense has done such a good job of forcing turnovers. I don't know why the CPU just randomly decides to throw it right to us every once in a while. McChesney been getting better at run support lately. I'm gonna hop on Malik Rice here, and tracking this to the outside will actually stop it short 4th and inches. And Oregon State is going to have to punt it. You know, if I was in their position, I would not do the same. And we might actually have something on the return. This is Clemmings, who is filling in for McLaughlin. Might have a chance to take this to the crib. Not able to outspeed everybody, but will hit a little spin move. And a real nice return gets us down to the 12. Special teams has really not been a factor a lot this year. To be honest, I sim it quite a bit, but it helps out there, and they're just leaving the drag open. Ellington will get in for the touchdown this time. I was a little bit worried after that first drive, but this one's going how it should be going. Oregon State might have a big play here though. Absolutely terrible angle by Norden, and dude will rumble down to our 28. And we'll have a 3rd and 2. I'm gonna bring Rice down into the box, and looks like it is a run. We just stuffed that, and I am totally fine with giving up a field goal in this situation. No real reason to take any risks on this drive, boys. We can take our time here, but Kiki McCracken has a lane up the middle and might actually have a shot to take this to the crib. With how he plays in the pocket, you can forget that Kiki McCracken has elite speed, but the boy has 98 wheels, and he is going to take this to the crib. Might be the longest rush of his career. The one thing Oregon State has going for them is their quarterback can really scramble. Haven't had a lot of dudes able to get around our eds, but he got to the outside there and picked up the first down. Time's going down under a minute in the first half at this point, and the curl is wide open. Beavs might have something cooking. Now this quarterback is kind of just panicking, man. We see this a lot. Our defensive line gives teams so many problems. Dudes just lose their heads and run right into our ends. Just got a box up here on 3rd and 22, and looks like a simple verticals play. Cole McChesney will bait that up and jump for the pick. Was worried that was going to get over him, but it's his 10th interception on the season, and now we actually have a chance to score before halftime too. I am going to take a shot here, man. We got Verts, and Kiki McCracken will find Silvera downfield. What a beautiful pass, dude. I don't know how much airtime that got, but McCracken puts it on a rope. It's 78 yards to the crib. Just like that, this one is a full-on blowout. Oregon State will come out in the second half just running a screen, and we're almost on that with McChesney. Just miss it, and this dude is actually somehow gonna break out of here. He might actually have a shot to take this to the crib. We are barely gonna be able to run this guy down. So Oregon State gets it down to the 14. Not that it really matters, but I don't want them scoring a touchdown here. But on second down, the Beavers will go to the air and hit him over top. 25-point ball game. All right, well, that's whatever. The good thing about this game is that McCracken hasn't had to take any hits at all. It's been easy offense, and now I think we just run clock, trying to keep him upright. We don't really need to do anything special when we can just get loose like this on the jet touch pass. Look at Wisnowski making a move. Very healthy looking, coming off of getting dinged up last week, and this is going to put him up over 100 yards on the day. It looked like Oregon State was maybe going to provide a challenge, but this offense has the juice tonight. After getting stopped on the first drive, we've just gotten whatever we want. Look at Moatemwo zigzagging guys out of their shoes and taking this to the house for a touchdown. I have abandoned the right stick, dude. Left stick is where it's at. You can make so many people miss. You've got almost as much control with the left stick in this game as you did in NCAA 14. We get out of there with a 55-10 dub, as Kiki McCracken had a nice easy day, man. 90% completion percentage, 400 yards and 7 touchdowns. To add to that, had a long rushing touchdown as well. It is time for the regular season finale. We're taking on Notre Dame at home, and Kiki McCracken stepping up in the pocket on the first drive and launching a bomb. Eric Ellington is gonna catch this in stride, and it is gonna turn into a touchdown. Let's go. Truly a beautiful way to start this game, but it looks like Notre Dame has something for us. I did not see the play action come in. Last year, Notre Dame's offense did kind of give us problems, so we'll see what they do today. Irish mixing in the run here. These well-balanced teams are always tough to deal with, but Damon Tobias getting a tackle for loss on second down. Damon Tobias, by the way, is up to 18 sacks on the season, but he has got to be close to breaking some kind of record, and we had them on 3rd and long. Our linebacker just doesn't defend the seam at all, so Notre Dame comes through with a pretty quick answer. We'll see if offense can keep rolling. Kiki McCracken's hot right now. We're just going to keep on passing it until they stop it, and trying to go up to Wisnowski here, but he is not quite able to come down with it. Okay, we got third and very manageable though. I think I might take a shot here. Wisnowski has one-on-one coverage and doesn't have a step, but makes an insane catch. One of the best of the season for our wide receivers for sure. Gets us down near the goal line. That is good stuff, man. We're gonna try to keep it going here, going up to the end zone, but dude, I forgot that route was coming in. I thought he was just running a streak, and this is gonna turn into a McCracken pick. Shoot, man, not ideal at all. Notre Dame back on offense, and they're just gonna chuck it up here. Ramon will have a shot at the pick, but he can't quite come down with it. That would have been big for sure. Notre Dame has shown they're not afraid to throw it deep, but just checking it down here, and we are gonna get him to third. All right, we need you here, defense. McChesney is not in the game. They just go to the flat again, and this will be short. We'll take that. Notre Dame is gonna punt it from the 40, and we're gonna have great field position. Clemmings actually with a nice shot at a return of his own. Not that field position usually tends to matter a whole lot for us. This offense just moves with such ease, man. As long as we're turning the ball over, we're not gonna give it back. And after completing a big pass, looks like we'll get a nice roughing the passer. Okay, so pretty much right back to where we were here. We're sending 5 out on this play, and Moa Tumwa is gonna run a beautiful route over the middle. Nobody anywhere near him, and our running back will get into the end zone. He's been great through the air lately. Nice little bounce back from Kiki McCracken in the offense. Defenses just got to keep doing their thing here, and we got him to 3rd and 6. Got to play good coverage with McChesney here, and they're just gonna run it up the middle. Dude, every time they do that, I can never cover it up. Easy first down for Notre Dame. All right, it's looking tough. We need somebody to step up and make a play here, but Notre Dame running the perfect cover 3 beater, and this game looks like it might be a shootout. I have certainly seen us win a shootout before though, and Kiki McCracken's almost over 200 yards already in the second quarter. We've been sending out 5 without really having any problems with sacks, and Notre Dame has honestly played some pretty weak coverage so far. We're cutting this up right now. I'm waiting for us to get another over top shot. We're gonna try to go up to Wisnowski again here, and the boy tried to make it happen but couldn't come down with it. Wisnowski made a great play earlier. He's just having a really hard time getting a step, but no matter, man. Kiki McCracken creating plays out of the pocket here, and Mo Temwo continuing to ball. He won't quite be able to get into the end zone, but that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and try to power in with Kiki McCracken here, and absolutely nobody over on that side. That's easy cash. So despite the pick, it's a really good half for Kiki. He's averaging like 30 yards of completion at this point. His defense has been struggling so far. We have a 3rd and inches, but give up a big completion. The Irish are really dealing with this cover 3 nicely, and trying to go to the air here for the touchdown. What a play by Dion Renew to swat that away. All right, goal line stop here, boys. Come on. We got McChesney trying to lurk up, and dude is gonna take a shot again. What are you doing? Malik Rice is on that for the pick. We probably had 2 guys who could have picked that off there. 7-point lead at half is fine, but they get the ball. Let's see if we can't get a field goal, and Silvera is gonna catch it on the corner route, streaking down the sidelines and tiptoeing down. All right, now is the test. Can I make a dang field goal? Nope, I was too focused on getting the thing straight, and I did not hit the meter correct. We've got a tussle on our hands here, fellas. Defense has got to find a way to make something else happen. That looked like it could have been a pick. Okay, 3rd and 6. Where are we at, McChesney? Oh man, they go with this stupid draw again. That absolutely kills us. Frustrating there. I guess we got to be on the lookout for that. And we got another 3rd down here. This time we will stop the run short. Let's see what Notre Dame does. Okay, they're kicking a field goal. I'll take that from our defense. And this is actually going to doink off the crossbar. Okay. Nice little gift from the Notre Dame kicker. And now we got a chance to really take control of this one if we score here. We got a 3rd down and 2 here. I do kind of want to take a shot, but that guy has done a really nice job of pressing up Wisnowski all day. I want to set up another shot here. We got it at the 45, and I think we should have the post. We hit Ellington in stride. Dude, Kiki McCracken is just putting it on the dot, and Eric Ellington having an excellent game. He's almost at 200 yards. Those are Michael Turner numbers right there. All we need is for defense to get us one more stop here and we win. Let's see if they run the stupid draw again. Nope, this is going to be some kind of curls play, and they're going to go up deep for Costanzo. Nice job to just swat that away, buddy. Offense has just got to keep making it happen. I know I should run clock, but dude, we are in such a good rhythm right now with the passing game. We also don't have to rest Kiki McCracken. We also don't have to play Kiki McCracken in the conference championship game, so so he's gonna have a few weeks to recover here. Notre Dame has done a pretty good job of getting us to third down, but I think we got something dialed up for him here. We're gonna take a deep shot, but oh man, McCracken finally inaccurate. Ball sails right into the safety's hands. Probably too risky of a throw to be making in this situation, and Notre Dame is right back in the game. A touchdown here puts a lot of pressure on us, and that's exactly what they're gonna get. McChesney gets pancaked, and we got a one-score game on our hands. Gotta play smart here. That means going to our go-to stuff, and the jet touch pass gonna set up pretty well. Gotta keep it cooking. We'll dump it off to Mo in the flats, and he's not gonna quite be able to pick up the first. That makes this a pretty big 3rd and 1, but we have given them a lot of reason to respect the pass game. They just had nobody up the middle, and now we are in really good position. This would be a tough field goal to miss. It is important to note that that field goal I missed in the first half was pretty consequential, but headed down to the 2-minute warning, we pick up another first down, and now there's really no need to take any risks. We could run a ton of clock off here, and Mo Temwo gonna fight down to the 1 and fumble. Oh my god, thankfully we will recover this, but that could have been a disaster. You are not getting this touchdown, Mo. We'll try to toss it off to Wisnowski, but they plug that up. No need for a big risk here. I'm gonna try to go bubble, and Wisnowski is not really open, but makes the catch and gets into the end zone. That should hopefully bag this one up. All right, looking good, boys. Let's play some pass defense. Notre Dame's quarterback thankfully going to roll right into pressure and will go down for a big time sack. That's exactly how I wanted to start out this drive, and I am not on the right guy here, but Felix Short is going to get the pick and officially put a lid on this thing. Notre Dame fought hard, but even with some fluky turnovers, they couldn't make it happen. Now we can just play safe, but bro, our dude is gonna fumble again. Maybe we're just getting all of these out of our system before the playoffs, but I don't know. That's a rough one. Okay, so it's not technically over, but Notre Dame's quarterback looks completely lost, and he's actually gonna take a safety. Kind of a weird game today, and I'm gonna be honest, I want to pad the McCracken stats. We'll do a little jet touch pass, and Wisnowski has a ton of room. Out in the open field, has to make a guy miss, and he is going to break out of there somehow, dude. Wisnowski is going to turn this into a touchdown. I love Kurt Wisnowski, and we are going to get out of there with a dub after all. McCracken made a couple of bad throws, but overall our offense was just so good. Mo Temwo also having a real nice game. He did have the fumble, but did some really nice things through the air. Ellington and Wisnowski stepping up as well. Big Eric Ellington getting National Offensive Player of the Week after that. The kid is only a freshman, by the way. We're sitting out conference championships. Let's see how this Heisman turns out. Okay, so our offensive coordinator winning coordinator of the year. And bro, the Penn State quarterback beats out Kiki McCracken. No way. Tobias wins best defensive player. Should have won the Heisman over that guy. Bryce Power winning best defensive end. Cole McChesney winning best defensive back with 10 picks. Tobias also winning best linebacker. He is still technically a linebacker. If it's not clear already, we're pretty much going to clean up all of these awards. And we are taking on UTEP in the playoffs. Still can't believe this, man. Kiki McCracken can't quite pull down his Heisman. He fought for 4 years to try to get it. To be fair, this is one of the best stat lines I've ever seen from a CPU quarterback. He actually had more touchdowns with McCracken. I don't even know how that's possible. But McCracken had 400 more yards, had way less attempts, and didn't even compete in a conference championship. Number 1 and 2 seeds in the playoffs are Penn State and Georgia. Looks like it should be a pretty easy first round for us. For the second year in a row, we're hosting a playoff game at ULM. This is definitely an interesting matchup, man. These boys are 80 overall. We really should blow them out of the water. And Cole McChesney starting it out with a nice hit. So we got a 3rd and 5. We start this out with a 3 and out. We're looking good. And they're going read option. Quarterback does not look too quick. And Felix Short is going to get an easy tackle. So UTEP punts the ball away on their first drive. Kiki McCracken cannot be happy after being snubbed for the Heisman. And here on 1st and 10, he's going to take off. Nothing but green grass ahead of him. And he will scamper down the sideline. Kiki McCracken picking up 30 plus yards on his first play. Beautiful start for this offense. And trying to work out of the backfield here, our boy Mo running a beautiful route. I actually really like this play, and we're going to get a first down. Our first drive is looking excellent so far. Just got to finish it off, and Kiki McCracken trying to pitch it out on the speed option, but of course we're going to get this stupid animation. And Mo Temwo thankfully able to pick it up, but this is going to be a huge loss. All right, so 3rd and 23. We'll see if we can find a way to pick this up, and we have the crosser. Can Ellington make it happen? We're going to have a 4th and 4, and there's absolutely no way I'm not going for this. We'll go 5 wide here, and thankfully the zig is wide open. Wisnowski will walk in for the touchdown. And despite a near mishap, we're off to a great start in this one. Run defense has looked excellent so far. far. Got another 3rd and 5 already. Let's see. This time UTEP's going to go with a pass, and McChesney trying to lurk something up. Quarterback will just scramble, and we're all over it. I don't think this UTEP offense has what it takes to hang around. Let's keep it moving here, offense. We'll start it out with a little motion, and I'm liking the corner route to Silvera here. Perfect throw from Kiki McCracken, and another huge game to start out this drive. McCracken has looked excellent so far, man. He is finally healthy. And right now, UTEP's just giving us that corner route for free. We'll take it. I do think we should try to get the running game going just a little bit, but the Miners did a pretty good job of plugging that up. So we got a 3rd and 11 here, and I'm just going to take this post to Wisnowski. That ball is going to float up in the air, and oh my god, man, almost got caught by our dude. Maybe not the most well-timed throw on my part, and you know I'm going for this 4th down. I'm not liking what I see, but Kiki McCracken with a scrambling lane up the middle, and this is almost always money. McCracken having a great rushing day, and we'll get in for another touchdown. Unfortunately, I simmed the extra point, and our guy did miss it. I probably should not be simming during this big of a game, but at this point, I'm really not too worried about UTEP. Got another 3rd down here, and we're going to bring the safety down. Tobias getting the tackle on the backside. And the Miners are going to have a massive 3rd down here. Looks like they're just going to run it, and oh man, I didn't have time to get my stuff set up. Stop there would have killed any chances at a comeback for UTEP for sure. And the Miners are starting to wear down our defensive front a little bit, hitting us with run after run right now. Gotta lock up on the goal line, boys. They're going run again. This time we're on it with Malik Rice. Let's see if they switch it up. They'll go speed option here, and quarterback is able to pitch it out, but there's a flag on the play. I think this is going to be holding, and now we have a real nice chance at a stop. They're actually going to go ahead and run it again. So 3rd and goal, another huge play, and quarterback is just going to try to scramble, but we contain him, and UTEP going to have to take the field goal. All right, that's a big win for defense. Just got to keep on getting touchdowns, and I am just loving the swing screen game right now. Mo Temwo continuing to be a threat out of the backfield. We are going to have a 3rd and 2, but I like this play call. We should have the wide receiver open over the middle, but Kiki McCracken throws it off his lineman. The one knock on McCracken NFL wise is he just does not have any height, and now he's got to convert a 4th and 2. I was not liking my options, so we're just going to step up again. McCracken trying to slide, fumbles the ball. Thankfully we pick it up. Now I do think we try to run the clock down a little bit, and it does not look like UTEP's taking their timeouts, so we should be looking great headed into halftime. I'm just going to go with the bubble screen here, and we're not going to get it, but that's perfect. Just more time to run off the clock. On 2nd and goal, I'm going to try a sneaky little play action, and Kiki McCracken rolling out will find the tight end in the back of the end zone, but he cannot tap his foot. All right, we'll go with the trusty fullback dive on 4th and goal, and let's see. Thankfully, a huge hole opens up the middle, and that's easy cash. And we're going to go for 2. The speed option almost did us in earlier, but this time it's going to work out. We pitch it out to Mo, and he's able to get up in there. So our offense plays beautifully in the first half. Just got to keep doing what we're doing. It seems like Kiki McCracken is dialed in apart from those fumbles for sure. UTEP has really just not adjusted to what we're doing on offense, leaving just easy scrambling lanes for Kiki. He's up to 78 yards now. Just got to finish off this drive to put a bow on this one. And McCracken once again going to step up in the pocket and have an easy lane, making this thing 28-3 and dancing around in the end zone. At this point, we're really just going shoe clock and playing conservative, as Cole McChesney getting a nice tackle for loss. Unfortunately, the wear and tear is looking a little rough on him, so he's going to come out on this 3rd down as UTEP's quarterback continues to try to scramble. We get the hit with Felix Short, and for some reason, on 4th and 1 from the 43, UTEP is punting it. I don't know what their coach is on, but we will take it. This one's already over. We're chewing clock, but I do want to pick up this 4th and 1, and look at the roll on the run from Kiki McCracken. He's going to throw a beam, and that'll put the bow on this one. Personally, I think that Kiki showed that he should have won the Heisman today, and we are going to get one more touchdown with Silvera strutting into the end zone on the jet touch pass. Get out of there with an easy 35-3 win. UTEP just couldn't do anything, and Kiki McCracken played perfect, man. 320 through the air, added 102 touchdowns on the ground, and receiving wise, we really spread it around in this one. Everybody got a little piece. In the quarterfinal of the playoffs, we're taking on Kansas State. We are on a collision course with Penn State, who beat us out for the Heisman. So next up, we take on a solid Kansas State team. We'll see if their offense has what it takes to hang with us. After a nice little tackle for loss. We got 3rd and 5 already. We'll see what they decide to go with. Looks like their quarterback is scrambling and won't even take a chance, man. He just throws it away. So a pretty weak showing from the Kansas State offense. They go 3 and out, but the blitz hits instantly on Kiki McCracken. What happened there? So I guess Kansas State might have some dogs on defense, but we've got some dogs on offense, man. Mo Atemwa making it shake, and he will make this 3rd and 1. He's been so good down the stretch this year. On the 3rd and 1, we're going to be aggressive, going with a little jet touch pass, and Ellington is going to get into the clear. This might be a huge play, as 21 had the angle on him, but Ellington will get around him, and the boy is going to take this all the way to the crib. UL Monroe starts it out on top. All right, man, not bad at all. I should mention, we blew this team out in the playoffs last year. They do fit in over McChesney on that one, but I think McChesney's got a pick in him today, man. He's kind of due for one. And goddamn, this quarterback is antsy. Looks like he's pretty fast, and he's gonna pick up a 1st down. So Kansas State's starting to put a drive together. We got to find a way to shut this down. After seeing how fast their quarterback was, I'm surprised he didn't try to scramble for that 3rd down earlier, but he is gonna slice us up on 2nd down with the play action. And on 1st and goal, K-State will just power up the middle for the touchdown to tie it up. All right, well, a big answer from the Wildcats there, but they are pressing us. I'm sorry, y'all. This is not going to work out. We're going to hit Kurt Wisnowski in stride. Do not put our receivers one-on-one. My guess is our dude Silvero was open on the left side too, and 2 70-plus yard touchdowns on our first 2 drives. Kiki McCracken's on pace to throw for about 600 yards today, which, believe it or not, he actually has done in a playoff game before. Defense has got to figure out another stop here, man. 3rd and 6, and K-State going with a play action. We still had our dude shifting over to get into the flat, so he wasn't able to cover it up. For whatever reason, any motion totally messes up my defensive play call. I have to audible to a whole nother play to fix it, and K-State picking up the 1st down with a QB run. These boys definitely look tougher than last year on offense, but the way our own offense is playing, they're going to have to be pretty much perfect from here on out. And on 3rd down, quarterback is going to get out of the pocket and throw on the run. Thought dude had a catch, but our guy knocks it out. Let's go. Big time 3rd down stop to hold the Wildcats to a field goal, and they're going to shank this wide right. Okay, well, that is just exactly what I wanted to see, and we're going to go back to a little jet touch pass here. Eric Ellington cooked on the last one, and once again, he is going to get great blocking on the outside. Eric Ellington just has nobody in front of him. For some reason, this Kansas State defense is slow as hell, and he is going to take this to the bank for another huge touchdown. Just to show it, man, we are on Heisman. Can't change this during the game. Something about this K-State defense is just incredibly trash. They're supposed to be 88 overall too, but our defense is getting cut up a little bit as well. Honestly though, I don't know if we need any more stops to win this game. A little bit of bend don't break should be just fine in this one, but the Wildcats are going to be able to cut it to 1 score. We just got to keep on scoring. I would not mind chewing a little bit of clock before halftime, and Mo Atemwa's been on a hot streak in these last couple of games, so I want to keep feeding the boy, and beautiful blocking to the outside, but of course this is going to be a hold. We cannot be getting off schedule like this. The good news is our offense is probably the best in the country at getting back on schedule, and Kansas State is sending the dogs here. Kiki McCracken's going to have to get out of the pocket, but here, man, we see the full speed of Kiki McCracken. He is going to turn a nothing play into a long 1st down conversion. After spending a lot of the season dinged up, he's fully healthy and balling out, and things have opened up beautifully for this offense. It seems like just everything is open at this point. Mo Atemwa getting a 1st down, and we're doing exactly what I wanted to do to the clock. Kiki McCracken just continuing to find lanes to scramble, picking up another nice gain there. I did leave chew clock on accident, so we do not have an ideal amount of time to pick this up. I'm going to try to go to a comeback route here, and Wisnowski should be able to win this, but somehow the cornerback has the eyes in the back of his head and picks it off. That'll let Kansas State stay in this game. I shouldn't have gotten so greedy. That was dumb, man. All we needed was 3 points there. Totally unnecessary risk by me as usual, but thankfully, I don't think our offense is going to lose any steam. Kiki McCracken threw for 280 yards on like 9 passes so far, and 1 desperation interception isn't going to change that, but struggling to get out of the pocket here, and Kiki is going to fumble the ball just like that, man. Kansas State is back in it, and it looks like Kiki actually got hurt on the play. So suddenly things are not looking so nice in the quarterfinals. We've had some trouble with Kansas State's offense. We got to figure that out. I'm gonna try just sending blitz here, but the K-State running back gonna break up out of there, and we're lucky that he's not gonna score a touchdown on this play. 2nd and goal for the Wildcats with a chance to tie it up. Just a second ago it looked like we were gonna run away with this game, and thankfully, dude, Dion Renew is gonna get the pick in the end zone. That is exactly what we needed. And okay, thankfully Kiki McCracken's back in there. I guess the injury wasn't so serious after all, and we are going to keep things cooking with this screen, man. I love this play to Motemwo. Not going to lie, I kind of want to take a shot here. Kansas State is pressing again, and we should have Wisnowski, Kiki McCracken putting it on the money, and Wisnowski coming down with it. And now this offense is rolling again. Let's go. Nothing silly here, boys. Just got to punch it in, and you know how we do that, man. Find the lane up the middle, spread it out, and Kiki McCracken will get into the end zone. Dive in here. Looking back, man, Kansas State really dumb for going play action on 2nd and goal. They've been running at like 10 yards a carry and would have put a ton of pressure on us. Instead, we've got a nice cushion, and they will basically have to score on every drive to even have a chance at winning this one. And while their offense has been good, I don't think that's something they can do. They're going to try to go with a draw on 2nd down, and absolutely nothing there. So a huge 3rd and 13 for this defense. K-State will have to punt if they don't get it, and looked like they were just trying to set up a screen. The timing was not there at all. So defense coming up with a few big plays, and now offense has a chance to put this game away. 3-score lead would be pretty much insurmountable with the way we play ball, and Mo is just running so well right now. Love what this guy is doing. He waited for a shot behind Keegan McLaughlin, but I think he's proved that he might have just been the better running back all along, picking up the first down on the little slip screen here. We're gonna head to the 3rd quarter with a nice 2-score lead, but on 3rd down, I got lost, dude. I did not know what I was looking at. All right, man, this is for the game. We picked this up. I think it's over, and I'm gonna try to fit it into Wisnowski there. Was not expecting 11 to roll over that far, and that was dumb, dude. I should have just waited for the play to develop. Now K-State's back in it. Their quarterback trying to get away from Norden, but a great tackle. Nice little friendly spot by the official there as well. With just over 3 minutes in the 4th, we're gonna have another huge 3rd down. Probably 2 down territory this time, but quarterback flush from the pocket is not gonna be able to get it out. All right, let's get it, man. This is for the game. 4th and 6, and K-State's quarterback is lost in the pocket. He's just gonna have to chuck it up, and who else but Cole McChesney? The boy has been quiet, but coming down with a big play when this defense needs it, and that should put the lid on a hard-fought game from K-State. So we're headed to the college football playoff semifinal game. Kiki McCracken with another real nice day, man. Had 1 interception, but almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Had another really nice day rushing the ball outside of that 1 fumble. And receiving wise, Wisnowski and Ellington coming through with huge plays. Atumwa was our only really other receiver. And yep, man, here we go. We're taking on Penn State in the Rose Bowl. All right, boys, we got our Rose Bowl college football playoff semifinal. Taking on the quarterback that beat us out for the Heisman. All he's been doing so far is handing it off. But on 3rd down, he's going to try to scramble around and throws on the run. This dude might be kind of nice. Looked a little bit Johnny Manziel-like on that play. He did put up an absurd touchdown to interception ratio for a CPU player, and he's going to have to convert a 3rd and 11 here. I'm trying to lurk something up with McChesney, and dude runs right into Damon Tobias. He hasn't had to face a rusher like him, and defense starting it out with a stop. So Penn State will have to kick the field goal, and oh my god, dude, I ran into the kicker. It's going to give them roughing? Seriously? I wasn't even really paying attention. That was so stupid, and we're going to pay the price, man. Penn State will turn this into a rushing touchdown. Mistakes like that could cost us a shot at the national title. Now this offense has got an answer. Thankfully, they have not really had a problem at doing that all season. We've actually got Keegan McLaughlin back for this game. He has been injured for 9 weeks, and he's going to get his first catch in a while on this play. Good to see the boy back in, but Mo Temel has proven himself. He's here to stay in this offense, and unfortunately, Kiki's going to take a sack. That was just a crappy route combo on my part, and trying to get McLaughlin cooking out of the backfield here, McCracken will take another sack, 3rd and 30. It looks like Penn State is pressing here. We should be able to chuck one up over top, but oh man, not enough time for Kiki McCracken. On 4th and 30, F it, bro. I'm chucking it up, and Wisnowski actually has a step. McCracken just has to make that throw, but he underthrew it, and I did not play it well with Wisnowski. Was trying to do a little zigzag catch. Ball got in faster than I thought, and Penn State with a chance to take a 2-score lead. Defense has got to find a way to step up and make a play for us, as on 2nd and 10, Penn State just runs it up the middle. This is where we need some beautiful pass D. 3rd and 12, and they're just going with a screen. I'm trying to get over there with McChesney. We get blocked, but thankfully someone's going to make the tackle. Penn State's going to have to settle for the field goal again. This time we will not rough the kicker, but they knock it through. All right, no more sacks. Let's establish the run game a little bit here. We'll get it to Mo Temlo, and despite some questionable blocking on the left side, he gets near the first. Mo and McLaughlin are pretty much going to be a 1A, 1B situation here, and McLaughlin blocking on this play. We've got Wisnowski on the outside, and Wisnowski going to hit a dirty spin move. This is going to turn into a huge gain. He rumbles all the way down to the 22. All right, good stuff. stuff. Offense is moving the ball steady, and we're going to get it out to the boy Picasso McCullum here. I like what we're doing here, but down on the goal line, Kiki McCracken going to try to throw the drag open, and dude had blanket coverage. A terrible read, and Penn State gets the ball back again. This game has choke written all over it. We are asking a lot from our defense against probably the best offense in the nation next to ours, and the Nittany Lions already driving it steady. We are struggling to stop the running game, and this is going to turn into a chunk play. Oh no. I should mention Georgia blew out Boise State, so they're waiting for us on the other side of the bracket, as Penn State's quarterback for some reason is just going to throw it backwards. This will be a huge loss for the Lions. Okay, well that's kind of helpful. Dude's just going to try to run it here, and beautiful job of stuffing that up. Okay, big time 3rd and 19. Looks like Penn State is just going verticals, and their quarterback is scrambling. They had the perfect route combo, and we go down 17-0. We might be boned. Just like that, we have a do or die drive from this offense, and Penn State already getting us to 3rd down. This is not good. Gotta find a way here, and Kiki McCracken is rolling out. He should have a wide receiver wide open downfield, but misses the easy touchdown throw. We're gonna have 4th down. That would have been exactly what this offense needed. Instead, we have to convert a 4th and 3, and my reads are just terrible right now, dude. Try to fit it into Hutton, and this might be over. I can't believe what's happening here. 0 points from our offense, and honestly, man, defense is pretty well. They're gonna get another sack here, and this time we got to stand up tall on 3rd down. 3rd and 19. Nothing stupid here, boys. Come on. Their quarterback is just going to scramble, and all we'll have to do is make the tackle. McChesney flies in, and we need him to miss this field goal. They ran some time off the clock. I probably should have taken a timeout, and this is going to be good from 50. All right, offense, figure it out, boys. Kiki McCracken has not been playing up to his usual standards. We're going to need him to lock in, and that was probably his best throw of the day right there. We'll keep it pushing. He steps up in the pocket and delivers a strike to Mo Otemwo. This is the big play we needed, and Mo might have a shot, man. He is zigzagging down and getting all the way down to the 3. Okay, just got to punch it in now. We'll run it up the middle with Mo, and he does get in. Mo coming up big in the playoffs again. So first half went terrible, but we're still in the game against the #1 team. Got to cook up here in this second half, but Kiki already missing passes. Need him to be better here. Let's get something easy going, just hitting the drags to Clemmings. Russ Clemmings has gotten almost no attention this season, but providing a big catch there. We're going a little bit deeper into our receiver rotation, and Clemmings is going to get the rock again. And now it looks like Kiki's starting to get in a rhythm, as we'll go to the air here and try to roll him out. We have the tight end wide open. They forgot to cover Russ Hutton, and Hutton is going to walk into the end zone. We come out in the second half firing. Let's go. All right, defense, we need to stop here. Penn State's running it with the quarterback. That run game has been tough. Need to come up clutch on this 3rd down here. Expecting to see some quarterback run come out. He's just going to dump it off to the flats though, and thankfully we stop him short. So we're going to get the ball back with a chance to take the lead just like that. Need some mistake-free football here from Kiki McCracken, and he has a scrambling lane here. This will be easy cash up the middle, and he'll slide down to midfield. All right, now McCracken's starting to feel it a little bit. We'll get McLaughlin a carry. Haven't been leaning on him too heavy today, but he's still coming off a dislocated hip, so we got to be careful. And going with a jet touch pass here, he actually runs into us, and we're going to get a stupid flag. Not ideal. We have not been great when behind the sticks today, as McCracken trying to create out of the pocket here, and once again, Russ Hutton is going to get open. He's got a blocker down the field, and Russ Hutton is having the biggest game of his life, man. 2 long touchdown catches, flying into the end zone. But bro, I simmed the kickoff, and dude took it to the crib. We had the lead for half a second, and Penn State took it right back, as quarterback's just going to scramble here. Thankfully, they don't get the 2 point. It's the college football playoff semifinal. Who do I think I am simming stuff? The decision making today has been rough, but getting out of the pocket with Kiki McCracken is almost always a good idea, and somehow he is just going to create so much room. A broken play is going to turn into like a 50-yard gain. We're down to the 36 just like that. Just got to punch it in, man. This game has become a barn burner, and McCracken trying to get out of the pocket again will get hit, but escapes and jukes out the little linebacker there. Somehow Kiki McCracken turns that into a 1st down. He has been making plays since that rough first half, but has to make a play on 3rd down here, and he can't, dude. A terrible sack, and we've got a 4th and 19. Gotta find a way here, boys. We've done it before. On 4th and 19, Kiki McCracken is not seeing anything but all day in the pocket. Okay, we might have a shot. McCracken will scramble, trying to make something happen, waiting for this play to develop. He has has triangle, but dude is going to swat it away, and Penn State has the ball back up 5. Man, I think we had a couple guys open for a second. I just didn't pull the trigger at the right time, but Penn State running it here. We're gonna get him to 3rd down. All right, come on defense, do it for us one more time. Penn State is just going to hand the ball off, and we've got 4th and 2. Okay, defense keeps giving us chances. They've done a great job of keeping us in this game, and Clemmings actually has a lot of room on this return. Wait a minute, this could turn into something. Clemmings gets a block, and the man who has not really made a play all season is going to make maybe the biggest of the year. He takes the punt return to the crib to give us the lead. What a game this has turned out to be. All right, gotta pick up the 2-point conversion here. It looks like Penn State might kind of know what's coming, and what is this camera angle? I don't know. We're gonna get into the end zone, but dude, a holding on the 2-point conversion. Come on, man. And I'm gonna go, man. We gotta give it a shot. And okay, I'm liking the tight end corner. Come on, Hutton, you've been great all day. And Hutton, man, making one more big play, giving us the 2. Absolute thriller headed into the 4th quarter, but I don't know if we can stop this Penn State offense again, man. They sneak in a little RPO, and they're already out near midfield. We really haven't seen them unleash the pass that much, but they're going to try to take a shot here, and we had a guy right there, but he can't make the play. Penn State's going turbo all of a sudden, but on 2nd down, Penn State's running it, and this running back maybe does not have the best vision I've ever seen. Okay, so 3rd and 10. We need it so bad. I'm so glad we got this 2-point conversion, and Penn State's quarterback just running for his life. You cannot outrun Damon Tobias, man. I'm sorry. Now this is going to be a long field goal for the Nittany Lions. If they miss this, we could possibly take a 2-score lead and put this game away, and it is going to be good, man. Offense has just got to get it done for us one time, man. Come on. Throwing it out to the swing screen, and Mo Atemwo fighting for 9. He's been real nice today. Part of me wants to play it safe here. Part of me wants to chuck it deep. We're going to try to do the latter, but Kiki McCracken's going to scramble and make a 1st down. He fumbles though, and this ball sitting on the ground forever. We are going to pick it up. Thank God, dude. I thought we were screwed. Throwing caution to the wind as always, but we got a nice little screen here. Mo Atemwo maneuvering nicely, and now we're in a position where I think we just go and chew some clock. Penn State has fought hard, but we got to give them our best, man. We got to put the foot on the neck, and we'll pick up the 1st down with a little jet touch pass. We potentially could win this game with one more 1st down and a field goal, but oh man, I was trying to throw the RPO there, and instead we handed it off. Mo honestly had a beautiful hole. Now we got to go find a way to get a 1st down, man. The reads have not been good today, and Kiki McCracken gonna get out of the pocket. He is dog tired. The wear and tear has been killing him. We cannot kick this field goal. I'm sorry. I gotta trust my offense. We're going speed option, and Kiki McCracken might be tired, but he's still Kiki McCracken. He will pick it up and slide down. Now we just gotta hang on to the rock and kick our field goal. We'll make sure this is centered. Mo Atemwo covering up the ball for his life. With time ticking down under 10 seconds, we're going to run a little jet touch pass, trying to make this easy. And okay, Silvera will get into the end zone with just 4 seconds left. Penn State's going to need a miracle. All right, man, it's been a crazy game. We just need one more play. Penn State's going full on Hail Mary. We're sending McChesney back, and their quarterback going to get out of the pocket, trying to make something happen. He will just scramble, and who else but Damon Tobias tracks him down. And we beat Penn State, man. At one point, I think we were down by what, 20 points? But the boys came through in the 2nd half. We're 15-0 heading into the national championship game. Kiki McCracken had a couple of bad turnovers, but won the quarterback battle for sure. Also had 60 on the ground. As receiving wise, dude, Hutton with 2 receptions, but they were both huge ones. Also had the big time 2-point conversion. Love to see the senior stepping up in the playoffs. Okay, I do want to mention before we get into this final game, the NCAA passing record is 5,967 yards. If Kiki McCracken has a career day in the Natty, he could potentially break that. It could not be more poetic, boys. We're taking on Georgia, the team that handed us our only 3 losses of the last 2 seasons. They have smashed everybody on their way to this game. Regardless of what happens, fellas, this is going to be the last game of the ULM Dynasty Series. We got ULM versus Georgia, man. Let's get it. Georgia's going to start it out with a swing screen to this running back who gave us crazy problems last year. It's going to be all about whether our defense can get stops, and Malik Christ, starting it out with a tackle for loss. Let's go. 3rd and 6, man. Defense coming in hot off of last game, and oh, I thought they were going to try McChesney. Beautiful read from that quarterback, and the drive will keep moving for the Bulldogs. I would have been feeling quite good about a 3 and out there, and oh man, we almost get the Georgia quarterback blanket coverage downfield. It does seem like the Bulldogs are more of a pass-heavy team this year, which I think favors us, but they're going to go to the sidelines. What a read, man. Ramon got cooked up, can't make the tackle, and the Bulldogs will start it out with a touchdown after all. Oh boys, this one could be interesting. Georgia is going to start it out, send in the dogs, and we fumble the ball. Thankfully, we've gotten kind of lucky with those fumbles. I don't know how long that luck's going to hold up, though. This is what almost killed us last game, man. We're behind the sticks already. 2nd and 23, and going over the middle. What a catch by our dude. Okay, got to pick up this 3rd and 12, and I'm looking to the right side. We're going to go to Hutton, who balled out last game, man. I love Russ Hutton. Dude is one of the unsung heroes of this year, and we'll keep it moving with the drag. Now Kiki McCracken's in a little bit of a rhythm, and I'm going to try to be a little bit more patient and mix in the run game today, but McLaughlin goes down in the backfield. That's why I do not do that. Let's be honest, man. We got to work with what got us here. Going with a little bit of a wide look, though, and just no pass protection. I should not have sent 5 out. All right, 4th and 12. Offense can't be turning it over already, and we're going to go to the trusty Russ Hutton. Dude is going to make another gigantic catch. If you want a clutch play, man, go up to Russ Hutton, the actual GOAT. We'll get a little screen going to Wisnowski. But man, this offense is moving it kind of slow. I'm a little bit worried about the boys. We don't have the same level of explosion as we had against these guys last year, and we're going to have a 3rd and 6. Let's see. I'm locking on to Russ Hutton. He is the man right now. We got to feed him. All right, let's just keep it moving. Georgia going press, and we should have a guy wide open up the middle, but not enough time to hit him. Okay, so 3rd and 9. I'm kind of looking to Hutton again. This time he cannot get open, and McCracken trying to get out of the pocket takes the sack. He is really dinged up already, and we got to go for this 4th down. Come on, man. Gonna try to go with our little corner routes, and their cornerback is gonna play it perfectly. I thought we might have been able to sneak it into Ellington, but I think I should have just waited a second longer for that to develop. Shoot, dude, defense has got to get a stop. Georgia going with the run, and we're all over it. We are doing a nice job of plugging that up so far, but right when I say that, they're gonna go up the middle and pick up a solid gain, and we need to start taking advantage of these 3rd downs. Bulldogs are just gonna throw it quick, and we try to knock it out, but can't. Great job by their quarterback to fit it in. That is the #1 weakness of this defense. Most quarterbacks just don't expose it, but Georgia has the guys to do it. This is looking rough, dude. I cannot end this dynasty by losing to these guys for the 4th straight time. I just can't. Georgia's one team that when I play them, it just feels like they're running a real offense. They just do such a good job of mixing the run of the pass. And not only that, they're chewing clock, which does not favor us at this point in the game at all. Got to find a way with our backs up against the wall. As on 2nd down, Georgia just running it again. Bringing down that safety in the box has helped. And now we've got a huge 3rd and 8. Looks like they're motioning a guy into the backfield, and we've got to play well with McChesney here. They're going to go to a curl, and our zones should be there. Georgia's going to have a 4th and inches, and surprisingly, they're taking the field goal. So defense does clutch up in the goal line. We got to get it done on this drive, plain and simple. I'm going to come out trying to run one of my money plays, and we might have it. Dude, Ellington over top is going to beat the entire defense, and what a goddamn beam from Kiki McCracken. We might not break the passing record in this game, but in my book, he's the best quarterback in history. Defense gets almost no rest, though, which is not ideal. I guess as Georgia tries to lean on the run more here, but the boys are showing some heart against the one team that might be a little bit more talented than us. Look at McChesney fighting through that block, pushing him back into Tull, and we're chilling if we can get a 3rd down stop here. Come on, man. I'm watching for a run, and Georgia's quarterback, feeling the pressure, is just gonna have to throw it away. Let's go defense. All right, let's go get some points, fellas. I'm running the same play that got Hutton one of his touchdowns last week. This time I'm going to find Wisnowski. I trust him to win that one-on-one, and he will. All right, I think we got to try to run clock here. We're going to run it in our way by running these screens, and McLaughlin going to get a nice gain. I'm trying to go down in bounds. We are going to take it on down to the 2-minute warning. Our priority still has to be getting a touchdown here for sure. I'm going to try to run again here on 2nd and 11. We're going to spread him out, and Keegan McLaughlin going to go up the middle. Can't quite pick up the 1st. All right, so big time 3rd and 2. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to try to roll out of the pocket, but who is this just blazing fast dude going after us? Bad sack for me to take makes this 4th and tough, but I'm liking Ellington here. McCracken has time to get it out, but Georgia's defender is faster than our wide receiver, and we waste a chance to get ahead, man. That sucks. I'm just so used to my wide receivers being able to win those one-on-one matchups. Georgia might be one of the only teams in the country who can hang with them and just perfect throw there. They might have a chance to get another score before halftime. Ideally, we get a pick and get one of our own. No timeouts for the Bulldogs here, though. We'll see what they roll with here. It looks like dude is just gonna throw it out of bounds. Okay, so 3rd and 6. We actually could get the ball back, as it looks like Georgia's trying to attack the seams. Thankfully, we cover that up well, and their quarterback somehow gonna get this out. I thought we had us a huge sack. All right, I need something here, offense. Let's see. Oh, we got a free release off the line. This might be a bomb. Kiki McCracken's gonna have to put it on the money, and Silvera gets it. He is going to get into the end zone before halftime. Let's go, dude. One of the biggest plays of the season. Despite a rocky start, we head to half with the lead and the ball. Can't ask for much more than that, but not good protection in the pocket right now for Kiki. Wear and tear is starting to look rough again, but on 2nd down, we're gonna have the boy Silvera again. That'll make this manageable. Okay, 3rd and 5. I'm going 5 wide, but we got to get it out quick. And let's see. Okay, we've got Silvera again. Just need the feet in bounds. Silvera coming up big time. All right, things are starting to shape up a little bit. Trying to get another big shot. Let's do it, man. I'm going up to Silvera. He doesn't really have a step, but we user it and catch it. This dude Silvera is going crazy right now. We've suddenly got a shot to take a 2-score lead on the Dogs. Let's get it to the big boy Russ Hutton, man. Keeping his dominant performances moving, he'll get us down to the 4. All right, gotta punch it in here. Nothing silly. Georgia is defending Kiki McCracken better than most. McCracken trying to escape, and he will get down to the 1. We're lucky he didn't fumble that for a touchback. Okay, I do think we just go power here. Sammy Mavis is not a name we've heard in a while, but he's in on the goal line package and picks up the touchdown. All right, man, how about a stop from our defense here? Let's get it. They've been excellent today, but Georgia's quarterback has all day in the pocket. Where our ends at? He's gonna chuck it up, and we're able to knock it out. That ball hung up in the air forever. Getting the Dogs behind the sticks. I like that. They're gonna try to set up a little screen, and we are gonna have a 3rd and long. All right, this is our shot to take control right here. Come on. Hopping on McChesney, and they throw it to the seam, dude. I guarded it poorly, but somehow they don't connect. Let's put the foot on the neck here, guys. Come on. It's starting to look like we can really win this game, man, and McLaughlin gonna get close to the 1st. He did take a big hit there, which is not ideal, but all good. We're gonna go to the jet touch pass, and why not? Silvera has been cooking. Let's keep him cooking. And I know this isn't the priority, but Kiki McCracken getting into the range where he can maybe break the passing record. He's gonna need around 150 more yards, and going up to Silvera again here. Oh boy, that was risky. I probably should not have thrown that thing. So now we got 3rd and 10. Let's see. We're gonna have Hutton open. For some reason, Georgia just did not watch film last week. They're not covering this boy. I should mention too, man, Kiki McCracken is injured and just gutting it out. You wanted to throw to Silvera here, but Georgia honestly covering up everything beautifully. McCracken will somehow get out of the pocket though, and he's tired, but makes this a 3rd and 2. Okay, I am gonna try to run for it here. Doesn't look like Georgia has anyone over the middle, but yeah, okay. You better believe I'm going for this, boys. We're gonna do jet touch pass to Wisnowski with the game on the line. And on 4th and 2, Georgia finds a way to stomp that out. The Bulldogs are still in it. Damn, man, part of me kind of feels like I should have taken the field goal there. They get a touchdown, this is gonna start looking scary. I really should not have run the ball on 3rd and short, man. Our passing game was humming, and Georgia is talented up front. And the Dogs looking content to keep the clock moving right now. They're gonna go to a little bench play here, and once again, their quarterback just has all day to make a read, still won't get anything. But that's making me nervous, man. It has big play written all over it. Bulldogs continuing to run it, and this time they're gonna pick up the 1st. See, on one hand, I like that we're slowing them down. On the other hand, this slow movement means that we might only have one more drive. I feel a little bit less confident in our ability to just run out the clock in this one, as Georgia's gonna go to the sideline. Oh man, Ramon had a shot at a potential game-sealing pick. Our guy cannot quite come down with it. We got 3rd and 4, and Georgia trying a little wide bunch. They had the corner, but just dump it off to the running back. Looks like that was a design screen. And now we've got 4th and 6, man. Chance to pretty much win the game right here. Defense has been balling out all day. Georgia's quarterback is gonna roll out, and dude catches it. Come on. We normally do such a good job of containing that insta scramble, and the Dogs are just gonna go curl here. We have a guy right there, but somehow he doesn't make the tackle. Yeah, Georgia's scoring on this drive, dude. It's gonna come down to whoever has the ball last. I'm just glad we were able to take the lead when we can, and okay, McChesney getting in on the blitz. We got 3rd and long. Let's make it happen, boys. Georgia is actually going to run the ball. Okay, are they gonna kick a field goal here? Yep, this is gonna make it an 8-point game, and honestly, I'm a-okay with that. I might be crazy, but the defense they're running, man, I don't know. I think we try to take a shot. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, this was the right decision. Silvera is streaking behind the defense, and the boy Silvera is the player of this game, man. Kiki McCracken hits him in stride, and Silvera is gonna take this to to the crib. This might win us this game. We've got a 15-point lead with 3 minutes left in the natty. Let's finish them off, man. They're gonna chuck it up deep. We've got Norden there, and thankfully he swats it away. They hit that, man. I'm getting nervous. How about we just get a pick, make this nice and easy, and there we go. They throw it right to Dion Renew, and that should pretty much bag this one up. Wow. We got one more thing to do, man. I gotta get Kiki McCracken that passing record. He got so close the last 2 seasons. Let's find a way to get it from him, even if it's just on jet touch passes. I think he needs 500 to safely get it. Can't remember what the exact number was. Need to pick this up because otherwise I cannot in good conscience not kick the field goal, and unfortunately Kiki gets hit. I'm here for the win first, boys. We gotta take this, and that should put this one out of reach. I really wasn't expecting us to do this to Georgia, man. We're doubling their yardage output. Their offense really has not been all that good today. Our defense was really our saving grace in the last few weeks, and we're gonna get one more pick with that boy Cole McChesney, who has been such a staple over these last couple of seasons. Didn't have quite the same shine as Jeff Babers, I will say. It's our last game with Kiki McCracken. I'm letting it fly, man. We're getting as many yards as possible, but he takes a sack there. We need to get this man the passing record. Come on, man. I'm scrambling out of the pocket, just chucking up a prayer, and Ellington is gonna come down with it. I am pretty sure that that is the play that will get Kiki McCracken the NCAA single season passing record. What a fitting way to do it, man. That was the most McCracken pass ever. I do want just one more passing touchdown for the boy here, and it's looking a little dicey, but we get it out to McLaughlin, and Keegan able to steer into the end zone to put the cherry on top. But wait, it's not over yet, boys. We got one more play. This is going to be the last play of the ULM dynasty, and we got to finish it like we've always been doing it, man. Hooking up a prayer and coming down with the reception. That'll be the end of Kiki McCracken's career right there. The ULM Warhawks are national champions for the second time in 3 years. I appreciate y'all sticking around this long, but stay tuned. We still got to go over the season stats. As McCracken played the best game anyone's ever played in a national title game, man. 580 yards, 75% completions, 4 touchdowns. Our receivers were just amazing today, man. Silvera clutched up so many times. This is bittersweet, man. Kiki McCracken finishes the season with over 6,000 passing yards, 64 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 76% completion. Had the best season in college history and didn't even win the Heisman, man. That's a damn shame. If you look at this record list now, a lot of these dudes are ULM boys. Kiki now holds the career passing yards record as well as the passing touchdowns record. Michael Turner appearing on here twice. It was another year where the rushing game really was not our thing, man. Kiki McCracken was the second leading rusher. Considering the amount of sacks he took, 450 yards is pretty damn impressive. Receiving wise, man, we had 3 absolute dogs, all pretty much just like shared the receptions. Wisnowski and Silvera got most of the touchdowns. Atumwa also had just a monster season receiving. Hunton balled out as well. And our defense did a lot of great things, man. Damon Tobias with 20 sacks. He is just a beast. Bryce Power had 15 and McChesney had 12 picks. Look at these career stats for Kiki McCracken. I don't think this will ever be topped. That's going to do it for the series, boys. Be sure to let me know what you think the next Dynasty series should be. I am definitely doing another Dynasty series. I had so much fun with this one. Definitely my favorite thing I've done on College Football 25 so far. Appreciate y'all supporting and making this possible. Be sure to leave a like and a comment, and have a good one. Peace.